No.
And with that, we're basically actually on time for once. Go us.
No.
That just means we're going to have technical difficulties all throughout.
Oh, I know. What's that, Faerun?
I had a question about my lightning arrows.
Yep.
My lightning enchanted bow, technically. Okay. Now that's 1d6 lightning damage whenever I fire something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you make contact, it doesn't work if you don't hit anyone.
Correct. No, that makes sense. But I'm asking, like, let's say I used the spell Conjure Barrage. Would all those arrows get lightning damage because they were fired from my bow?
So it functions as if your arrow is the D8 plus a D6. So if Conjure Barrage is giving you additional arrows, yes.
Okay.
So thinking about that, let's look at that.
Damage.
That could get interesting.
That's the idea. Barrage,
Yeah.
5e. All right. As a Conjure Barrage,
but can people hear me?
Yep, sure can.
Yep,
Okay.
we can hear you.
Fantastic.
Also, a creature here. You can throw non-magical weapon or fire a piece of non-magical ammunition to the air for creating identical cone of identical items which shoot forward towards. So yes, it becomes 3d8 plus 36.
Lightning Barrage, here I come.
That's going to get brutal.
Isn't it?
I fully approve.
All right.
Victory is mine.
Victory is yours.
Right. Announcement time.
That it is. Let's go ahead and get Kaizen's little icon up there first. There we go. Okay. So, as always, we'll start out with our shout-outs. First off, Him, You Are a Stewie, Ike Ironlegs, Lady Delin, Lexi Charisma, and Gorham. Thank you for choosing to subscribe to our Twitch channel. We do appreciate the support. We do still have that Tasha's Cauldron of Everything giveaway running. Once we hit 250 followers on Twitch, the drawing will commence. For those watching this later on YouTube, Rumble, Library, whatever, make sure to check out the respective links on that page. Head over to our Twitch channel and click the follow for free entry. Additionally, we do have links down below on our Twitch channel to our Teespring shop. Through that, you can pick up interesting merch. I'm not wearing one today. Ike Ironlegs will yell at me about that later, I'm sure. With that said, you guys are currently in that cemetery. Who wants to go over what happened last time?
I think we should.
That usually falls into me anymore. So, all right. So last time, after getting back from the Underdark, we had learned that Eno had died of rapid aging because he's intrinsically bound to the one dragon orb. After doing a little bit of shopping and taking care of some business independently, we attended his funeral. At which point, the Drow Death Knight, who really, really wants to screw with us a lot, decided to show up just as the burial portion was about to take place. Cracked his whip, and his little associates were assuming, because he had a friend there, did a thing, and then all the bodies in the graveyard started coming up, and they were not doing the Thriller dance, which was annoying. And there were flame skulls, and we want there to not be flame skulls. And so far, I have not been hit. Knocking on wood. If anyone wants to fill in more specifics, but that's about it.
You missed the part where Draho made an ass of himself, so I hit him in the shin with my quarterstaff.
I kind of feel that the general Draho-ness of being Draho covers that.
Yeah, isn't that Draho in a nutshell?
Also, we got a new prospective party member who conveniently ran into town to warn everyone.
Well, actually, he was in the middle of the combat with you guys. Do you guys recall who specifically he gave inspiration to?
One to me, which I have not used.
I still have one.
And it's a D8. I did rewatch the video a bit today because I need to keep track of how many rounds have gone off since I did certain things.
Perfect. So, what ends up happening,
fastidious.
a swirl of mist surrounds him. He vanishes into that mist, and out pops Fenrir.
What up, bro?
Have
That
we
is
started?
inconvenient.
We has.
Oh.
People
No,
just
we are
popping in and out.
we're
out of
severely
it.
lacking in map.
Go to images,
No, I got a map.
choose 01 Heroes Field.
Oh, that's right. We can do that ourselves now.
You can, as
Oh,
long
yeah,
as I
I've
haven't
changed
like
too.
taken it away.
See,
That's
I
under-
just randomly
that's under
appear and do
images.
wood things. I enjoy the randomness of me appearing.
Just real quick, that's under images.
Correct.
Okay. The app updated.
Yes, it did heavily. Like, oh my gosh. Go FG. It was Bertrand's turn last, so I'm going to put Fenrir in his direct space. So, Fenrir,
Heroes Field, Ravens Bluff, local map of the vast.
should be all the way at the top, 01 Heroes Field.
Okay.
Fenrir, you are here, over here in the left, that little green icon. There is a skeleton to your
what looks
left.
like a burial mound.
Say again?
On top of what looks like a burial mound.
Basically, it's a flat-topped stone cemetery plot.
Okay. So basically one of like those cemetery plots they use in the graveyards and what's it called? The place where they have Mardi Gras.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Excuse me. Not a tall one, but a flat stone on the ground with the head. There are other burial
okay.
plots around that are set up in that kind of sepulchre structure.
Okay.
You are not imagining it. It is raining on the map.
It is.
Fancy effects.
I don't like rain.
We don't like it either because it makes things not stay on fire.
And it makes
except that
Fenrir
there's-
smell like a wet
Lightning,
dog.
though.
Except that there's like
I've been here
two
for 4
flaming
rounds.
skulls, so we probably don't want stuff to stay on fire.
Well, currently it only smells like half wet dog. I'm
Okay,
not
speaking
even
of that wet dog, it's your turn.
Yep. What would you
Oh,
like
it
to
did?
do? Mhm.
Oh. I guess I'll use my bonus action to shift,
Okay.
and then
what does that
what's
set
around
your
me that
AC
I
to?
can shoot.
Oh, he doesn't get the AC increase. That's just me.
Ah,
No,
Okay.
I get anything within 30 feet of me gets disadvantage.
Cannot attack
And,
with advantage.
Yeah, cannot attack with the advantage, and then I get seven points to my 7 temporary hit points.
7?
Your level plus your Constitution modifier.
So 9 temporary hit points. Sorry.
9. Alrighty. And your base max HP is still 65, correct?
67.
67. Okay. Now that we're updated there, you are in a target-rich environment. There is a squad of skeletons off to the right. Directly north of you is a wraith. West of you is a skeleton. Southwest of you is a wraith. Southeast of you is a wraith, a ghost, and a shadow.
Okay. Where's the biggest clump of stuff like this that is closest together?
That is
We'll
going to be
also
the
note
set of
northwest of
skeletons
you-
off to the right, which functionally
also note-
is 120 feet away.
We're also going to note too
Sure.
that directly north of you is a flame skull, and northwest of you is a flame skull.
Shh, that's telling.
After all the telling you just did.
After Keijo just after the DM just completely conveniently forgets to mention these.
Convenient.
I will also say that if you're looking for a big cluster of things, there is the flame skull to the very north that has a cluster of things next to it. So if you want to
That is
capitalize
also
on
true.
that. See, we can
We'll
compromise.
aim at that with a conjure barrage from my bow.
Starting out ridiculous.
Indeed.
Ought to.
And let's see.
Are we still coalescing to the corner?
So the range on that is unfortunately a
Yes.
60-foot cone from
Thank you.
yourself.
Ooh, won't reach.
Okay, can I move forward? I have like
You can,
35
but they are 175 feet away.
Okay, so I can't do that yet.
Yep.
Even if I ran. So I'll move
You
my
could get
30
the
feet
other
forward.
group of skeletons though to the right.
Yeah, I could.
Yep, they are 120.
So if I move, and then I could hit them.
Do you have bonus additional movement for your shifter type or anything like that?
Yeah. I think.
No.
Is that
No.
120?
Yep. Each one of the bricks that you're seeing on the map is actually 4 bricks put together.
I'm just saying
well,
that. I'm just saying
That's
that.
what sort.
I was
just
going to
saying
say
that's
that
what-
did not look like.
Yeah, that's
many
what
squares.
was throwing me off.
Yep.
Okay. I'm also.
Okay.
You know what? I think the last time we had the 5 feet, not the 10s, for some reason.
Mhm.
Also, I will point out that 6 skeletons are not nearly the threat that one of those flame skulls is. Just saying.
Yeah, a
All
single
right.
shot of the
So I
flame
think-
skulls might help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
I'll
we'll
excited
shoot
about
the
the
flame
Spurs.
skulls. Question: Is one of my what do those special piercing arrows exactly do that I have?
Special piercing arrows. That is a good
The one-
question because we don't have anything listed on your inventory other than a large Hydra Fang.
I believe I have the piercing arrows.
I know we split them among us, which I did. That's the reason I asked.
I think I put them all in my inventory because you've been out for the last few games, but I think just so I'd have them. Give me one sec. I know I've got them in my inventory because I've got all the arrows.
Was that the arrows of sharpness?
I
Yeah.
believe so. Yes.
So those are
So they
plus
have,
1
like, 5
and have the
in my
sharpness
inventory.
function on them.
Which I believe is basically if you critically hit, you do an additional 7 damage.
When you hit, the puppy gets angry.
Yes.
When you attack a creature and the roll on the weapon is a critical, if you roll again and it is a critical again, the target loses a limb, with the effect of such being determined by the GM. If the creature has no limb to sever, you lop off a portion of its body instead.
All right. Then I'm just going to shoot at the fire skull. That's 120 away. That way. But first, I'm going to move 30 feet towards it.
So
It's the one that's clustered by the skeletons.
So the one very north.
The very
Yeah,
north
very-
one's what he's going after.
Alrighty, that puts you 140 away.
Okay. And we're going to shoot at that one with one of my magic +1 arrows that I got.
Okay.
140.
Arrow of sharpness.
No, I just have magic +1 arrows. That's all.
Oh, okay.
What's the max range on your bow again?
120.
You're out of range.
So it's a longbow, isn't it?
Yeah.
The short range on that should be longer than that.
Yeah.
Double check.
Okay.
Do you have sharpshooter, by the way, Finrir?
I thought I took it.
Don't think so. I think I only took it.
The low
No, I
range
didn't.
on that is
Okay,
150.
I was planning on
The
taking
high
it at the
range is
next-
600.
Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say the basic range is ridiculous on it.
Yeah, the amount of map I
Okay.
have to make to put you guys out of range of things is stupid. And I'm pretty sure if I start doing that, Nivara is going to make it so that I still have to do even stupider.
You know it.
okay. But yeah, I was planning on taking sharpshooter after my next feature thing.
No worries.
I will set up a tent and put up a chair and wait patiently
that.
for the
Okay,
combat.
so I'm going to attack it with one of my magic +1 arrows.
Perfect. That is Flame Skull 2.
So that is a Well, 15 hit.
It will.
Okay, so that's 1d8 plus 1d6.
Plus dex plus 1.
Yeah. Well, it would be plus 2 because of the plus 1 on my longbow.
That is true.
Compounding magic.
Indeed. The way D&D is meant to be played.
It's 5 lightning damage
Mhm.
and 6 regular magic damage.
Okay, so plus 2 plus your dex is plus 2 as well?
Plus 3.
Plus 3. So total is 16. All right. I do believe you are of level to get a secondary shot.
Yes, I am. So I'll do the exact same thing again.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's 1 point higher, a 16.
Still hits.
And that's a 6 on the regular 6-sided die. So it would be 9 or so plus the 2. So
11.
11 regular damage and 4 on the 8. So 4 lightning damage.
Okay, perfect. It is, as your bolts, or not bolts, but arrows come striking in, you see a good chunk of the jaw just kind of flame off, and then it's sitting kind of catty corner from that. It is not looking happy. It is undead, so they almost never look happy, but it's not looking happy. Anything additional?
I don't think I can really.
I think you used up all
are
your
these
movement.
undead?
Say again?
Are these undead?
They are all undead.
Yeah, we're pretty much only fighting undead. We're also in a retreating war at this point.
Hang on a second.
So we wanted out of this graveyard.
If you're looking into your favorite enemy, the version that we currently have with you doesn't do like extra damage or anything. It just lets you track. Yeah.
All right, that's what I was looking at. Thank you.
Okay, so all set?
Yeah, I'm just gonna let out a big howl of victory.
All right. That will move us to Wraith 1, who will come in and attack on Black Tree.
Oh, we just woke him back up.
It's true. That is a 6. That's got to miss. He only gets the 1. Wraith 2, where are you?
Wraith swings like a girl.
He does. Wow, he's way up there.
Good, he could take his time moving.
I don't know. There's a girl in this fight who swings pretty well.
Moving on to Wraith
I
3.
didn't say he swings like Navarra.
No, there's a NPC.
Oh,
Wraith 3
She's
will
actually
scoot up
been-
on Logan. And critical.
Does Logan have a polearm?
He does not. He is using a longsword. Ouch for 40 points.
Ugh.
He is not
Oh,
looking
that's
too
not-
great. That chunk just rips a good portion of his gut open, armor
I
splayed.
think it would do that to most of us, except maybe.
And it's okay. No one really liked Logan.
Kibble's
So
over there
sad.
like having PTSD about it.
He's probably loving it.
All right.
Hey, Cadro,
Wraith 4 is done. Yes, sir.
you switched me and Will around on the display, but you didn't switch our character pogs.
I don't switch the display. It does.
Oh.
It wasn't not my character in his. Anyway, moving on.
Bertrand. You left Bertrand standing there in the middle of the field.
Did I?
Yes.
No.
Right next to the magic weapon.
How did he stay on there? Delete.
I don't know. I was just wondering myself why that figure looked weird.
Okay. That Wraith is done. That brings us to Black Tree, who's going to take the attack at those wraiths are no fun. So he is going to 40. I believe he is going to turn.
If he's turning, I'm going to start cuddling him.
Draho, also remember that you are protected from good and evil.
Yep, I've got it listed right here.
Yep.
But it only works within a 30-foot space. So he's going to take the option to get attacked and to move right there.
He's not going to disengage?
Nope. Because it takes the action to channel divinity.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So Wraith 1.
I didn't know if that was you reconsidering.
Nah, it's no fun.
Cleric or paladin?
He is a cleric.
He is also responsible for maintaining this graveyard, I think. So, you know.
And that Wraith still cannot do anything. He rolled 5% lower. So we begin the turns on Wraith 1, Skeleton 5, and Wraith 4. That is a wisdom saving throw. Wraith 1 fails.
Oh, I see. He's moving before turning down.
Yep, to get them all in range. Wraith 4 does not fail. And Skeleton 5, where are you?
To the left.
Yeah,
Below Kaizen.
but in the combat tracker.
He's looking in his giant map of tracking.
And he will fail. So, Wraith 1, who failed, and Skeleton 4, who failed, are dusted.
That's good.
I wasn't exactly worried about the skeleton, to be fair.
The wraiths, yeah, I get it.
And back up to
The
Wraith
Wraith.
1. 3, 2, 1. All right, they are gone. That is the end
I'll
of his
take-
turn. Specters.
I'll take an eliminated Wraith.
That is helpful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Specters can move 50.
In a retreating motion.
Misaki, you will get a
God damn
reaction if you would like.
Yeah,
Do you have Warcaster? Because you could use the spell instead.
no.
It's okay, guys. It's only been 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's amazing how quickly you forget everything your character does in that amount of time.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking he's stepping in, and, you know, when he enters that square, when he's at the 10 foot,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That will hit.
yay.
Yay for low AC things.
That could have been better.
He does get hit.
See, this is why you built your character to only do one thing.
Wh-
And that way
which
you
of those
never
is
have to
radiant,
have to
though?
remember what you have to do.
Which of those damages is radiant, though?
That would be the third one, because slashing cold radiant. So that is not resisted. The slashing should not be resisted. The cold, on the other hand, should. So he had nothing. 12. So it would be only
Curse
11.
Not having a body.
Okay, he is all set.
And unless he came down the length of that Naginata, he's like at least 10 feet from me.
Do you have the
Sentinel.
Sentinel feet?
I don't have Sentinel, but my threat radius would be 10 feet away,
Oh yeah,
wouldn't it?
that's not a problem. He continues on moving through
Okay.
incorporeal movement and whatnot. He
Okay,
is
carry
going to fire off on Fenrir.
What I do to him?
You got cuddly.
He shot his buddy.
This is true.
To be fair, he did nothing to you.
You look more cuddly than I do.
That is
I
a
look
miss.
like a burnt husk.
He's just trying to get rid of the
I don't
smell.
think a wolfman is very cuddly.
So that brings us to Draho.
All right. First order of business. Gotta shoot at that already weakened flame skull to try and get it out of our way.
Finish him.
Yeah, well, let me just shoot first and see what happens. The question is, it's fairly damaged. Should I try and go big with my sharpshooter, or should I just go with a safe bet?
Well, let's see. There's the one that Fenrir hit, which said
Yep.
it's not.
That's what he's going after.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say a safe bet because you got that fresh one to the left.
That is true. So I'll just do a regular shot. Pretty sure I don't have any. No, I have no arcane shots left, nor my action surge. I busted the load real early on this because I didn't think it'd have more enemies showing up. I was very confident that they wouldn't raise more of the corpses.
Fires and missiles.
That is a hit.
Would have hit even with the plus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is D8 +5. Boom! Exceeds damage.
That is correct. Flame Skull 2 is down.
Yes.
The dog dragon roars.
So now you got to ask yourself, do you feel lucky?
I'm gonna shoot at the next one, but
Is that classic Draho ego going to step in here?
I want to go for the extra
Never-
15 damage. I'm brave.
Why am I picturing Markiplier going, I'm a brave boy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the big shot because he hasn't taken any damage. Go big or go home.
Alrighty.
Still
a
hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yay for low AC things. Oh, hey!
Ew.
And 22. That's not bad. Takes
Yes.
a good chunk out of like the top right portion of the skull that kind of bursts out in flame, but it is still alive.
Not bad, he says when it's one shy of his maximum.
Alrighty.
See, and now because I remember a lot of people were screaming, "Let's get the civilians out of here," I am going to get ahead of the civilians to protect their retreat.
Of course you are.
Wait a second.
Draho
Draho's
using
being
himself
selfless?
to shield others?
Now the wraith will attack me, so they can run past me.
With
Our
disadvantage.
little boy is growing up.
Bingo.
Okay.
Look at Draho getting all.
That is then going to bring us to Lady de Villers, who
The lady who sings well, I say.
does not have any bad guys next to her at the moment, but does not want her nephew to be wounded. There we go. Goes in on
I was
that
just about to
race.
say I forgot to bonus action, but I didn't miss, so
That is a good hit on the Wraith. Decent. Miss on the second attack.
Stop not having discernible anatomy.
Hits on the third. And she will go ahead and blow a whatever the battle die thing is called.
Oh, she's a battle master.
For an additional 3 points on that. That was Wraith 3. 5. And you see what looks like a leg swipe to it, but it doesn't seem to fall over. That brings us to Kibble.
Kibble. Kibble is going to do what Kibble needs to do, which is heal himself because he is at 43 of 65.
All right.
So he's got a third level heal wound on him, cure wounds on himself.
Okay.
Now, is there a way to roll this off of the sheet here?
There is now. Problem is, it's only under level 1.
Okay, well, it's just 3d8, right?
Yeah, 3d8 plus 2.
3d8. 3d8 plus 2. That's
Not
19,
bad.
20, 21
Not
health.
bad at all.
Not too
So he
shabby.
gets
2 8s and a
21
3.
back. Whoops.
Question.
Accidentally
Does
erased
Kibble
what he had
still
lost.
attack
So he was
Yeah,
at
we don't-
43.
Yep.
Can you adjust that for me? I can't remember how to adjust the
Makes
wounds.
it 22. You're all set.
You just type it in.
Yeah, but I tried typing it and I just overrode the last one. So he's going to do that, and then he is going to move over. Let's see. He's got a 35 or 40 movement.
Neither, I believe it's just 30.
I
Should
thought he
be
had
30.
35. Oh, he does have 30. I was thinking he had 35. Oh, well, who cares?
I mean, he can dash as a bonus action,
That is true.
but
Oh, yeah.
Now, as Kibble's turning in
Well,
that
it's like
particular
it's-
direction, he would notice that all of the surrounding land below this portion of the hill, not upwards, but down towards the city, is covered in a dense fog.
Okay, well,
One
he's
could
still...
call it a mist.
You
okay, I'll have to be the one who kills everyone and then sees the military come by.
I thought I clicked for Kibble to move.
You did.
All good.
Just
There it
Kendra
goes.
hasn't proved it yet.
All right, so he's going to skedaddle that way, full speed dash.
Okay.
Do we hear any alarms coming from the city?
Nope, not at all.
Any screaming?
Nope.
That's highly suspicious.
Yes, it is almost devoid of sound in that direction.
I don't trust this, Kedro. I
don't think we're
trust
meant
you.
to trust it.
That brings us to Titus and then Misaki. So Titus will drag his wife down over towards the massive party and call it good. Misaki.
Stop creating fireball situations.
I left you a lovely message.
Barrage situations for me.
Have you learned nothing, sir?
That is true.
Okay. Do. That moves how much? Let me see.
Kyson, well played.
What description? There we go.
It's not my fault you guys talked about Ravenloft just before game. Just saying.
You're evil.
No, he's not. Him and I have had this discussion for a while.
I mean, I'm loving it. I'm
Yeah.
loving it better than a McDonald's commercial. But I'm also
I don't
Paladin.
understand that joke.
So if this is what we're all thinking it is, I'm going to be a hurting unit for the foreseeable future.
Hurtin' unit or hurtin' unit?
Hurting unit.
Floating baby.
He's adorable, Kedro.
All right. I am going to disengage.
Okay.
Adorable.
And let's see, that's 10, 20. because hurting unit. That
Pirate
moved me
Road.
30.
What's that?
Did I actually move me 30 or did it move me? Oh, you need to move me there.
So basically right next to me, Pedro.
Yep, all good.
Okay. All right. Move the weapon. It's not within range to hit anything. I disengaged from my action and moved. Yeah, that's going to be my economy.
All right. And that brings us to El Vampiro.
Wait, there are vampires around?
There are.
Yep, there's at least 2.
Did I
There's a
kill
lot
all?
of undead around. Just assume
Trying to
all the
remember.
undead are around.
I'm trying to remember. Did we get all the mummies killed?
From what I
believe
recall,
you did.
yes.
Okay.
So we
Wait,
didn't have
you
to
just
deal with
need
that.
zombies with the dress code.
What about zombies in the dress code?
It's called Panic at the Disco.
They're just dropped zombies with a dress code.
Yeah.
So many things it can do. But for the moment, we're just going to double dash.
It can turn into bats and fly away.
That is good. All right.
No, I said
Nivara.
away, not forward, away. You did the opposite.
Okay, so the vampire just moved towards us.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess Nivara's going to stick with the plan and continue to move backwards. So that's 1, 2.
Pedro, I'd like to point out you kind of skipped my turn, like
You were first.
possibly.
You went first.
Yeah. Have we gone down the list like once?
I haven't
Nope.
gone yet. I'm the top
We're
finished.
still going through the turn.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's
There's
a lot
like
of people in
20
this.
things
There's
on the board right
50
now.
combatants right now.
All right, so I'm going to move there.
Okay. And at this
Uh,
point, you likewise would see that heavy, dense fog down blanketing the city.
Okay, so I guess I'll start with trying to clear this wraith that's attacking Logan.
Okay.
So for the first attack, I will send my familiar to provide the help action.
Alrighty.
It's okay. Logan can handle himself.
So
Logan
advantage and Eldritch Blast.
Nat 20. Nice.
Boom. Yep.
Boom.
Ooh, good on the damage.
Yep, that is very nice. That is Wraith.
How much damage did you do?
20.
Near max.
So second Eldritch Blast.
Still a hit. Good chunk of damage. Yep, 13.
Are you at 3 per cast yet?
No, not yet.
Give it time.
That doesn't
Give it
come in
time.
till what? 15?
Believe so.
Okay.
Maybe 10?
So bonus action, do it again.
Okay. That's a hit. That is a dead Wraith.
And
All
one more
right.
for the flame skull.
And then is
Thank
the
you.
flame skull close enough? Yeah.
Is it on the map?
I only have 120 foot.
You know what? That's fair.
I did not take spell sniper yet.
Yet. We're Eldritch
So
here.
it is too far away.
Yeah, he's 145.
Okay, then shoot the ghost, maybe?
Yes, I'll go for the ghost. How do I unselect the flame skull?
All set.
Check it again.
There we go. Okay. And last shot.
That, even at a 3 on your base die roll, is a hit.
Gotta love that wand of the War Mage.
Of course, keep in mind, this is what we're going to deal with when we fight like a boss.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where it's like, do we boost our AC? It's like, does it matter?
Alrighty, 9 damage on that. That's action, bonus action, movement, nothing else, right?
And it's force.
Yeah, so action, bonus action, movement. I don't have anything else, so
All right.
that is my full action economy.
Moving on to shadow number 2.
Before you go ahead and decide that he's attacking me, I don't know if this matters, but wielding the Mace of Disruption, I do emit bright light for 20 feet and then dim light for another 20. It's just light, not sunlight specifically. So
Let's double check. Nope, it is not sunlight, so him being incorporeal, it does not matter.
Yep, thought so.
But
You never know.
he is actually attacking Quincy. With a 1. He rolled a 1. Bad shadows.
That's my Admiral.
So that brings us to Skeleton 11, and that is going to be this 6. So I'm just going to move
Just do
all
a
of them
whole
together.
I was gonna say there's a whole crap ton of skeletons coming up.
Yeah, we're not worried about them.
And each one drops its bow and charges with their swords.
And they're all okay. So have these two attack the shadow.
That's going to move us to
Dude, those skeletons
up
are
there.
nothing to be afraid of. Trust me.
I
necromanced for a
know.
while.
I keep getting dogpiled by these things, and they don't do anything to me.
Do
Well,
a solid
these guys
14
are-
damage, and they're done.
If this next group
Those
of
are
skeletons, I can just take care
fast
of them.
skeletons.
They are
Yeah.
using their action to sprint.
Double dash.
Mhm. All right, that is that set. So many turns all at once. Skeleton here.
At least you have the convenience of being able to do like cluster moves. Again, the highest number I'm seeing right now is a 24, I believe. So
I'm on
There's 29 of
26.
the skeletons.
okay.
I thought I saw.
Can't wait till I can start doing area damage.
Oh, look, there's a skeleton number 31. Really?
Do we get bonus experience if we start knocking them off in order?
I'll think about it.
Let's get a Smash Brothers achievement.
8-ball, corner pocket.
Beat the Kirby's.
All the Kirby's.
Well, if you do them in the order they descend, you get bonus points.
Yeah. I'm aware. I have Smash on my Switch.
Speaking of Smash, my turn's coming up.
So many skeletons. Perfect.
Well, Fenrir, it looks like you're going to get an opportunity to capitalize on your hit someone within 5 feet of your target thing.
All right, that brings us to Titus's wife Emile's turn, who passes, and moves us to Quincy, who will continue to attack
Wouldn't
the
she
shadow.
drag her husband away too?
He's a bit chunky.
You just want to fireball us again.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Insight check. How about you?
One hit to the shadow.
What happened?
Big hit to the
'Cause
shadow.
I can't see roll.
Is that shadow dead? That shadow is dead, that's why. Okay. Oh, shadows, where are you? They need a
down by me.
search
by
function
me.
in this. They really do.
Bottom. There you go.
I know how you could fix this problem. Just remove like all the enemies from the board.
Oh, soon.
I
Soon.
like the way you're thinking, Draho, and you know it's bad when that happens.
Just saying, fix your whole finding the enemy thing.
By killing all the enemies for us. doing our job.
Exactly.
See,
All right.
This is why we want this guy to be the guy who takes us over the sea. Just
Ghost.
mowing through. He's doing this with a limp, too. He is a hardy gentleman.
That he is. And we are down to the bottom of the round. Initiative number
Kai's on.
1, Kai.
Who's
I'm
way
the
over there.
bestest boy.
You could get to Wraith 4, I think.
Well, you also notice that, Misaki getting into your line of sight looks like a walking burn victim.
It's so weird to be the one seeing that than being it, isn't it? Oh, wait, you're resistant to fire. I should be thinking lightning.
Okay, Joe. Is there any way to display like the rolls?
Not easily, no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move up next to Misaki,
That move is
and
approved.
I'm going to lay on hands, Misaki.
All right.
Thank you.
Enjoy 35 points of health.
Whoa!
Along with all other innuendoed things.
So I think the phrase you're looking for, Fenrir, is it puts the lotion on her, it gets the hose again.
All right. That adjusts you to 27 wounds.
Thank you, sir.
Giggity.
Anything else, Kai?
Well, that's all my move. That's my action. Don't really have a good bonus action at the moment.
No fun little bonus spells?
Well, none that I could follow up with anything useful.
All right.
So, yeah. I'm going to plant feet and wait for dumb.
Okay. Speaking of, back to the top of the turn, Ark. Have I
He's not
mentioned
wrong.
that I'm fully caffeinated and therefore filled with sass tonight?
Sass
This
as you
is
drink
a
some more
bad
coffee.
night.
Please allow me to move
Nah.
5 feet. Approve my movement.
As you wish.
Okay.
Pedro, why did your wife approve you having coffee?
She's the one that brought
Right,
it to
because
me.
he's got baby. He'll have baby later.
Okay. Ghost. Reckless. That is 18 plus things. So, yeah.
That is Ghost 2. Where are you, Ghost 2? Ghost 2. There's skeletons.
Down left to me.
Yeah, that doesn't help. There we go. Yes, that will definitely hit.
See, you should specify whether you mean it's page. Where do my D6? All right. So, Mace of Disruption. Ooh, okay. All right, so that is... I wrote this down. That is 13 bludgeoning and 6 radiant. Does
All
that
right.
bring it below 20?
So much so that it dissipates.
One of you is going to explode. One of you. I'm guessing the vampire. Probably the only one that actually has the HP to keep up with it. In which case, we will go with... we'll go with Skeleton 18 here.
Okay.
18 on the die again.
Well, that will most definitely hit.
Yes. Okay. That is 10 bludgeoning, which I think they're vulnerable to.
Yep.
And then 11 radiant, and I don't think they had 25 hit points to start with. So,
Nope, not at all. He is destroyed.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
just
they
for
have
flavor, 'cause
14.
I haven't gotten to really use this in this fight yet, I will knock his bits 5 feet into an unoccupied space. And
Knock his bits into the other guy.
I'll stand there and I'll just yell, "Spread out! There's still a skull!"
Okay.
And I don't have a bonus action.
Speaking of,
Yep. Flame skull.
Yeah,
number one.
I was. You guys had one job.
I
I
scattered.
took care of one flame skull, so don't
Yeah, so
blame
did
this
the
on
skeleton.
me.
We all scattered.
You know, Kibble had to be selfish and heal himself.
And run away.
And scatter.
We told him to scatter. He's
I
got
told
no
him to scatter
problem doing
after
that.
he had his turn. Wait, Kibble can predict the future now? Uh-oh.
He's omniscient.
Well, if
You don't
that's
need to
the
predict the
case, why
future.
is
He took
running
like
with a mist?
30-some damage.
So
He's
now Kendra
scattered.
has to decide if he wants to include me or not.
Yep,
Butthead.
just enough.
You.
Do you have... Oh, we can hit everyone, can't it?
Yep. Except
Please
for
tell me the
Draho.
Ravens...
Of
does
course,
that work?
Draho comes by.
Yeah, but is it going to hit his homie skeletons too?
Nope, he is centered just outside of that.
I can't help but notice the arrow pointed at me ends in black. Does that mean I'm still included in the... am I still included in the radius?
You are.
Okay, I just wanted
I
to
have
make sure.
to the main target point because it's black.
I don't believe so. So let's see. Lady de Villers, success. Titus, failure. Immel, failure. Quincy,
Stop
failure.
killing the NPCs.
Logan, failure. Ark, success.
It could be because he's
Advantage.
the others are NPCs.
Oh,
No!
that's a lot of sixes.
I was going to say, how many people just turned to ash?
Not
Logan's
Ash,
down.
but Immel is down. Titus is down. Logan is down.
Ark is probably down.
And that is it.
Did anybody bring their water skin?
I don't... You know, it is raining. Should we get like a little bit off of that?
Nope, doesn't quite work that way.
Oh, the
I know we're
stages
not
of grief.
immersed in water, but
Oh, so close for Logan to have a 20 on that. But a 19 will do. That is a successful death save. Fenrir, you are up, sir.
yay for saving the one guy who might actually help in the fight rather than two people who can't just leave.
All right.
So you are currently 5 foot away from a specter. There are skeletons all around you. There is a wraith to your southwest, a vampire to your northeast, and the flame skull to your northwest.
Okay, so wraiths. Is it a wraith or a shadow?
This one down here is a wraith. Wraith number 4.
No, that's next to me. That's what I'm saying.
Is
Oh,
a
that
specter.
is a specter.
It's a specter. Okay.
Yep, this is just a whole smorgasbord of undead.
Also very terrible.
Fair.
One could even say a plethora.
Ooh, they could.
A cornucopia,
A plethora on a plateau.
a thriller music video's worth of.
It's not really a cornucopia unless they're in that horn thing, though.
One could say a thriller bark.
I was just about to say I didn't get that, but yeah.
So,
One
Fenrir,
piece
what you doing?
joke. I'm looking up something really quick. Hang on.
Trying to see if you have a viable melee attack.
Yes.
Item.
Or anything viable at this point.
I mean, your best bet might just be to try to move and hope he doesn't hit you.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if that is my best bet.
Or shoot the thing that can fireball us every turn at will.
Yeah,
finishing
do that.
thing.
Do that
Especially
and have
since
someone
they do
cover-
tend to fire at will.
This is the first time you've attacked me with that. Also, congrats on finally doing damage in this combat to me. Yeah, I would hit the flame skull and then hope someone's got your back, like any of the other ranged people.
I'm
So
shooting the flame
Draho,
skull
You want
again.
me to count on Draho?
Yeah, I mean I hit it last time.
Yes, but you're currently in far retreat, like a long way away from me.
Yeah, but I got the range. I'm
He's got a
sharpshooter. I could
longbow.
shoot this thing if I was on one corner of this map, I could shoot the other corner of the map with no penalties.
Okay, so you're like me. Okay.
Yeah, I got the elf eyes, and we all know elf eyes are superior.
Oh my God, Aragorn, where I'm from, they just call them eyes.
Alright, hang on.
Wouldn't that be Legolas for the joke to work?
That is Legolas. What do your elf eyes see? Where I'm from, Aragorn, they call them eyes.
Alright.
Shoot the skull.
Move me, 10 feet to the right.
So you're going to provoke an opportunity attack for this?
Looks like it.
Okay.
Do, do, do. That is a roll of a 7.
Hey, nice gamble.
All these guys with the drain attacks can't touch a dang thing.
Question: if I move the rest of my movement, would it still count? Would it take away my action as attack?
It does not. You can split your movement as much as you want.
All right, then can you move the rest of my movement towards that the pillar near the trees? Where?
Over here?
No. So you see where that cluster is in the trees?
So up, down,
By the
left, or right?
vampire.
Right there, yeah, one. That one, yep.
This one here?
Not that one. The one by the vampire, yeah.
Okay.
You want to move toward the danger.
No,
Hey.
away from it. So down.
Okay, so
So oriented where you were originally standing, did you mean upright, down right, or down left?
Down right.
Okay.
so yes, Kedro, the pillar over there by the where you first went.
Couple
Yeah, to the right. To the right. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what he's doing. He's trying to confuse them.
It's working.
Sorry.
Definitely working.
Sorry, Pedro. It's very hard to tell you when I am not in front of your computer and I'm going off the screen in front of me. So.
Yeah. Easiest thing, up, down, left, or right, and amount of...
BA start.
Yes.
Okay.
30 free lives.
And then shoot with
Can we though?
both of my attacks are going to be with my magic arrows,
Okay.
and it's going to be on the skull.
Okay. So that'll be 4 magic arrows down.
Yep, I'll have to go and find them and hopefully retrieve them after this.
Once they're shot and hit, they lose their magic.
They're expelled.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I'll just have to make more eventually.
I mean, it's okay though. 'Cause, after we
Sorry,
get
we
rid
got
of
a guy.
Okay, so 8 on the die plus 7.
15 will hit.
Yay.
Okay. So 1d6 and an 8 plus 2. So 7 lightning and 2 plus.
So the
And
D6
total of
is...
7 regular.
there's no plus on the lightning? It's just a D6?
It's a d8.
No?
For the lightning.
No, that's the regular. Sorry.
Okay.
So there's no plus on the lightning, so that's just a 2 on the lightning. Sorry.
Okay.
And then I read the dice wrong, and that's the 7 that has plus. So this would be 3 plus 2, so 12 regular. 2 lightning, 12 regular.
So 14 total?
Yep.
Alrighty. He is not looking good. He is mostly dissipated. He's just hanging there by a thread.
All right, second attack.
Continue.
That's cocked. So, is that an 8 or not? Sorry, it's kind of hard to read in the glare.
Either which
That's
way,
a-
that's still higher than your last roll, so that will hit.
Okay. Then it's the complete opposite. It's a 2 on the regular damage.
Okay.
So it would be a total of +1, so
Be 9.
plus the 3, so 6. Yeah, 9 regular damage, and then 6 on the lightning damage.
Okay, so another 15. That flame skull erupts and dies.
Yay!
All right, any bonus action?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't really have any other bonus actions besides my shift, and I'm already shifted, so.
That brings us to turn count 20. And this time, you see no additional
Nothing
bad guys.
comes up.
So we will
This
delete
time what?
turn count 20. That moves us to Wraith number 2. Who
Oh, I was
is-
joking. I was right.
You
Awesome.
were correct. Yes, sir. So he's got a 60-foot fly speed.
And he wants to fly away.
30,
They all want to hastily
60.
retreat.
if only.
They start dancing to mysterious violin music.
Yes, with one vampire going.
Moves to Wraith 4. Where's the little highlighted guy?
Down by Drawho.
Oh, if you can't
Thank you.
find him, you can't use him. Let's move on.
Yeah, he's gonna attack me, I hope, because I'm right in front of him and I'm a good-looking target.
That is true.
Yeah,
Subjective
lesson.
about the looks.
Take
Comes
that.
in with a total of a 10. That is a miss. Wraith
I
5.
warned you.
Way over there.
On the gravestone to the right.
10, 20, 30, 50, 60. 40. Hey, we'll come down here. All right, that is his action. Gabriel Blacktree. Boop, boop, boop. It's up there.
Going to go heal the couple.
Yep. He uses. Let me just double check the spell timing on that.
Oh, they're NPCs. They don't get death saves. Dang. Or do they? Or were they, like, outright killed because of massive damage?
Oh,
It
no.
said they were dying.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're quest related, so they should be immortal tokens. Just gotta throw that out there.
Chris related immortal tokens. Use them as human shields.
He
Oh.
should healing word 1 and then spare the dying the other.
Shame.
Spare
Well,
the
I would-
dying.
Shame.
Spare the dying action, unless he's a grave cleric.
Yeah, it is a full action.
But healing word is bonus action.
Are all the flame skulls now dead?
Yes.
So far, but there could be more.
Thank whatever god Masaki prays to.
Okay, so yeah, can't do multiple castings of decent things. So he's gonna cure wounds
Cantrip?
on the cantrip is a single action cast, not a
And
bonus.
Does he have healing word prepared?
Unfortunately, not. He's only got cure wounds.
Why does no one prepare healing word?
Hey, Gibble has healing word.
I was just praising Masaki's god, but now I'm squinting.
All right, so boo 14 back for Titus.
Oh, good. The one who had the sense to run.
Yes. 6.
So which one was healing word, or which one needs healing word?
Emil.
The
Okay.
wife.
The one who's still knocked out.
Because that's who, Kibble's going to hit.
All right.
He's
That
he's
is
gonna run back and do
Blacktree.
it.
We move
Oh,
to
he's healing word. He's going to do it from a safe distance.
Spectre. 50-foot fly distance. We'll run up on Fenrir. Comes in with the life drain. with a miss. Draho.
Oh, but that was close.
It was a 17. And I've got
My
stuff
turn.
in front of your faces, don't I? Stop it.
What did my wolf man do to you?
He showed up.
He wanted to drain your life and you wouldn't let him.
It was
Also,
thirsty.
You blew his
He's
buddy.
alive.
And well, I hate the fact that I'm currently.
He looks at you and you're a hot dog.
All the good targets are.
Frankfurter.
Can't be a hot
How
dog.
about-
The fireball didn't hit him.
That's actually a good joke, the Frankfurter one, because I'm German.
Get the Spectre that's chasing Fenrir. Maybe.
Yeah, because I'm not going to attack this Wraith. I'm going to let him keep wailing hopelessly at
Can
me.
you kill the Spectre that
true.
is near me?
We are in a wonderful position to tank for him.
Yeah, I liked our idea of consolidating at the bottom. So yeah, I'm going to go for the Spectre. Did those things have high AC we were noticing earlier?
Not particularly.
Nothing here has had a particularly high AC.
Mhm. At least nothing you've
So
attacked
far.
yet. But a 1.
But that's
Doesn't
not
matter.
going to do it.
New session, new inspiration.
This is true.
I've got 2 more attacks basically.
I'm just saying, if you want to use it.
That will hit.
Or save it for a better use.
You deal Pedro that is on a caffeine high.
Woo.
That exceeds. That one's dead.
Hey,
Spectre down.
And
did not have a lot of hit points. It turns out.
well, let's see. Skeleton.
Can you reach the
Vampire. back
vampire?
there. I can, and I can also hit the vampire with my ricochet shot.
True. And there's also a Wraith on Fenrir as well.
There's 2 wraiths on Fenrir.
Well,
Well,
one's
he's going to
active.
have to deal
Wow.
with his own problems.
Take care of at least one of them.
They're your problems too,
You
Draho.
do not have viable melee option.
That's
Well-
fair. I should help out with that. So I'll
Archer Bros.
But I don't think he'll enjoy it when that vampire reaches him, though.
No, I don't.
That is a hit.
I won't.
That hits the. Did it miss the? Oh, it missed right when it rolled a good roll too.
If only you were a champion.
No, I mean I
Good
rolled a
damage,
7 on the
Nancy.
die, but I didn't roll it where it belongs. So,
Gotcha.
and then I'm gonna ricochet into that same wraith with the one I missed.
Okay.
Right? No, wait, no. This is second attack, so I missed the first one, so that was my ricochet. Sorry.
Yep.
Right?
Second one.
Because I missed, then I hit with my second attack. This would make my ricochet.
Right.
Okay, so that's my 3 attacks. So that's it for me.
That's your 2 in contingency attack.
Bingo. Yeah.
All right.
So
I almost attacked again.
I think you get a third attack at 12, 11 or 12.
Yeah, something like that.
Any
It's coming
movement?
up.
What level
Or
is,
bonus.
No, I'm gonna
No,
stay
you used
here
your
and
bonus.
block the wraiths so that everyone can get up and past him.
All right. Sounds good. And thanks for the follow, Jess from 3 shots in. That then moves us on to Lady Liara de Villers, who will lean down and do something towards Logan that seems to give him hit points.
What are you doing, Step? No.
Hey, does that mean everyone's up and we can just start running?
No.
Not as of yet.
Emil is still down, I believe.
Oh, it was Logan. I was thinking it was. Man, nobody wants Logan. Leave him dead. He was a jerk. No one liked him.
It's his hands.
He tried to kill my manservant before it was my manservant.
And that brings us to Kibble.
Kobold servant. Thank you.
that brings us to Kibble.
So
Speak of the kobold, and he shall have a turn.
let's see. Kibble is close enough. He's within 60 feet of Logan. He's in range.
No. If anything, he shoots
Just
the wraith that's on you.
Just saying, he's within range.
Have him shoot the wraith that's on you. He gets advantage and critical,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
and then sneak attack rather.
Just saying, man.
As
There's very
funny as
few
that would be-
opportunities.
As funny as that would be, this is not the time.
Well, actually, no. Instead of attack, Emil is dying. I think we're just going to.
Well, he can attack as he can healing word as a bonus action and attack.
That is true.
Oh yeah, that's right. Healing word is a bonus action. So where is healing word?
In the
Since
actions
it's
area.
doing so well, we'll use that at 3rd level as well. Just burn them all up.
All right.
That's a 60-foot range, correct?
It is, I do believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Or is it 30? I can never remember.
It's 60.
Yeah, okay. It's 60.
It assumes that you may be in the back, trying to go like, you're doing great, guys.
So the little red dot just to the right of Healing Word, if you click on that, brings it up and shows range 60 feet.
Oh, nice. And so that would be 3d4 plus 2?
Correct.
3d4 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
That is 9 health to her, but it...
Which makes it 11.
Oh. 11. No, 9 with the plus 2. That's 3d4 plus 2 I rolled.
Ah. Oh, nice. Very well done. All right.
Well, it makes her not unconscious, so that's the important thing.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
And that's the main thing, is they can keep running. And then he's going to attack the one next to Drawho with his...
Who Drawho was just ignoring.
Spider shortbow. So does it automatically add advantage? I don't think so,
Probably
so we'll
not.
just add it.
I mean, if you click advantage, you can't get double advantage, so...
That's true.
And that is a hit. You also
Roll to see
can't
if it's
get
a critical.
actual advantage when you're frightened anyway.
Oh, right.
Again,
He's
that should
frightened.
only count if the thing that he's afraid of is in his line of sight, which it isn't because I killed it.
So now let's see. Where's his sneak attack damage?
That is broken scaredness.
Well, it is a
Sneak
kobold.
attack damage doesn't still seem to be here.
Do.
Must have been removed at some point.
What level of rogue is he? I know it's not. I think it's three levels rogue, if I remember correctly.
Yes, he
Yes.
is 3 levels rogue. So that's 3d6 total, correct?
2d6.
2d6. Plus his regular weapon damage of 1d6.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
So you were correct. It is a total of 3d6
Ah, there we go. Don't know why that wasn't showing up.
because reasons.
Bam! 18 damage on the Wraith.
All
Not
right.
bad.
Mm-hmm. That I do believe took it out. That looks gray. Where's it at? So
Nope,
many
it's not
bad
dead.
guys.
It's just close. It did not say it killed it.
Oh no, I guess that is sort of green. Sort of. Yep. Still
Okay, it
alive.
can stay there. It's not a threat to anything around it.
I
That is
guess
So it's
it's
not super grueling?
I
All
guess
right.
it's a good-
That's
it's a
attack
good-
bonus any movement.
Kill. I mean, since no one seems to be continuing the retreat,
He's in the back
Which
where he
was-
needs to be.
which was sort of what we were told we were supposed to be doing.
And then we saw how misty it was in the town, and we're like, maybe not.
So Kibble's going to do a move over by Nivara
Alrighty.
to provide support. If
Now that
Nivara
the
gets
elite threats
jumped,
are
he'll be there
eliminated.
with his swords ready.
Okay. Titus will grab Immel and drag her 5, 10, 15.
This is just blah, what is fire.
Brings us to Misaki.
Spiritual weapons in a nice spot.
Yeah, spiritual weapons are going to go down and beat on that wraith.
Yeah, because there's no guarantee it's going to continue to harass me.
So
I mean, you're conveniently there, and now it's like a challenge.
I don't know about this AI. It's just not doing what it should be doing.
Remember, the intelligence is only artificial.
It is. But only when I put in the black die.
I
The
feel there's a
intelligence is only artificial because he's an artificer. The joke was made.
all right, so spiritual weapon.
14 on the Wraith. Will hit.
Spiritual weapon against the weaponized spirit.
Well, for a total of 5, that's still not bad.
Yeah,
Wraith number 4.
But will it blend?
Let's see.
Not good
And
either.
then
All right.
Get it? Blah.
my turn. What am I going to do? I know what I'm
You're
going to
doing
do.
all of it.
I'm going to move the map so I can see.
Always a good plan.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I have had how many turns? 2?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I'm keeping track of things because stuff only lasts a certain amount of time.
Between last game and this game, we're in round 5.
Yep.
Okay. Does it give you like a round tracker on your okay? Well, that makes things simpler for me.
Yeah, if you open up the combat tracker, you may be able to see it down in the lower right.
That's a pretty big if.
What
Yep.
round are we
Can't
in?
confirm.
Have we gone through a complete round during this game already?
Yes.
We're on second.
Yeah, a round is just from everyone taking their turn to.
I mean,
back
to be fair, a round takes 45 minutes, so.
Yeah, there's a chunk of bad guys. I'm going to assume that's a fireball, Misaki.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But if the trees catch fire,
on your actions page, do you have fireball?
Me?
Yes, there it is.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and hit the
What?
save button on that.
Where's the save button?
So if you hit the magnifying glass just to the left of the little red bobble that's on the
Yes.
right, that expands that out, and you'll have cast, attack, and save. Save will automatically roll all of those wonderful dice for me, so I don't have to go through all that. And
Yes,
then
I
once you
remember.
do that, you can do the damage part.
I can hit damage.
Mhm.
I remember
Audio-
we found that out last time,
Yes.
which is why I was clicking all the arrows for you.
Woo.
audience, remember to bring up the
Special.
video of this in case you're ever wondering to use Fantasy Grounds.
That's a whole lot of potential successes and failures. Roll that beautiful damage.
Failure, failure, success, failure, success, failure, success, success.
I see 6s.
Oh, I see some down skeletons.
Yes. And now
Oh, we got some.
go-
yeah.
That's, you just
The-
whoosh.
The vampire is the one that I want to see go bye-bye.
Don't worry, I got him.
Okay. Well,
All
Or
right.
her.
Skeleton
We don't know. It
25
looks like a
is gone.
female
It-
token.
Skeleton 26 is
Upstream
gone.
and chest.
27 is gone. 28 is gone. 29 is
I think
gone.
all the skeletons are gone, whether or not they save.
30 is gone.
14 health is a standard skeleton, so yes, they would all be gone if you have
31
30.
is gone. And that was all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, not so tough without your entourage, huh?
And you see her, and she's like, "Oh no, my retinue."
Is she carrying a purse small undead dog?
A small one.
Undead dog
Mhm.
in her purse?
Itty bitty.
Okay.
okay.
Which is also now dead.
It is. It is. She's gonna
Hey,
have to fix that later.
Well, check Discord.
Alrighty.
different for sure.
Anything else, Misaki? Movement, bonus action. You
Yeah, I
used
want
the
to
bonus
move.
action. Okay.
10, 20,
Oh,
30.
10 rounds.
All right.
Pinner.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You already had your spiritual weapon. Moving on to
Yep.
Vampire. Did she fail on that? Did that not hit her?
No, I
No,
saw
Vampire took half.
took half.
Weird. I don't see damage. Let's find that
Yeah, it
damage.
says in the 16.
16 damage.
Yes.
That's odd.
I see it in the left in the
Feed.
box.
The
Feed, yeah.
log of everything.
Yes. All right. Oh, that's why. She took damage, and then it was her turn. Then she didn't take damage.
Uh,
Yep.
Healed the damage.
freaking regeneration.
But it was fire.
That's an
Doesn't
absurd
fire
amount of
generally
regeneration.
Stop
That
regeneration.
is. It
If
is.
they're a troll,
Oh yeah, that's only trolls, isn't it?
It is.
I don't know why. In my mind, I just thought fire stops all regeneration.
there's I think a few other things besides trolls, but generally trolls.
I feel like fire
I
can
also
stop
thought
anything regenerating.
Vampires had a weakness to fire, but I could be wrong.
Not in 5e.
Radiant.
Yep. She is 5 feet out of range, so she can't do anything. Nivara, you are up.
Don't worry, I've got a plan.
Right. I guess we'll go ahead and send the familiar to get help on the vampire,
Good plan.
and then Eldritch Blast it.
All right. Simple, effective, fast.
I mean, it's the only thing I do.
Not the only thing. It's just
Various ranges of Eldritch Blast. That is Nivara's thing.
That's every
Apparently, I rolled double
thing.
ones.
Wow.
you roll a
Wow.
1 and a 7.
I don't know why it's coming up as an automatic miss then.
The second,
the second
was
one, yeah. So
The first
disregard
one-
that. The 7 is a hit.
Okay, cool. Apparently, it rolled twice.
Yes, and for our audience at home, that's still an 18. That is also a hit.
I think Navara made it to 10, right?
Okay, so damage on the first one, damage on the second one,
So 11 and 8. Okay.
and then we'll bonus action do it again.
Why is that not showing up?
All the Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, she's still green.
Oh, because you're not targeted. You're
Oh.
killing yourself.
Apparently, I thought I was targeted on the vampire.
Stop hitting
Cool.
yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
All right.
That's kind of hilarious.
Let's add that back up. Reduce that from you. So 14, 8, 11. Is that it?
Yeah, I only rolled 3 so far.
Okay. You are currently on the vampire, so you can go ahead and roll your 4th. And let's fix 69. 36 for where you were at. And the vampire.
Nice. Nice barrage.
That's a total of 50 between all 4. Damn. Good job.
That's nice. Yeah.
How's she
Looking,
looking?
the vampire is dead now.
Mm.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, Fender. I got a plan.
All right, and then
Does it involve retreating? Because that was the plan I thought we were going with, and now everyone's getting brave.
It
do
involves
we have
someone
any flame skulls left?
No.
No, I
No,
Are they all dead? Okay,
They're-
That's why we feel a little more comfortable clumping up now.
cool.
I don't.
All right, then I am good.
I said a little more.
Oh, that's beautiful. So the vampire takes a legendary action to step over to here, now that I realize that she has those. Okay.
Now you wish I would have attacked the vampire instead of the wraith?
Yes. Yes, I really do.
All right. That
Okay,
brings
if
us
you're
to
attacking
skeleton
with-
11.
Not attacking with advantage.
Come and miss me.
And we will do this, and
But they
that.
still all want to attack me because I shattered their guy and they see me as their primary threat.
That is
Also,
correct.
keep in mind that despite me recklessing, I still am under the effects of protection from good and evil undead. So they have disadvantage. So it's just a normal roll.
Yep. So
Best of
attack
luck to all
1.
of you.
Roll to 3. Attack 2. It's 19. It's closer. That's not closer. That is way off.
5 is right out.
Yep, it sure is. All right. 5 swings and a miss, so they are done. And that brings us
It's so
up
weird
to
seeing a
this
barbarian not get hit every turn.
Because my AC is insane.
I know. Normally they're not. That's why it's weird seeing one that's like
six.
Well,
AC
I mean, in
and
fifth
half
edition, their
damage.
AC can keep up. It's just that,
These are fast skeletons.
they're using 2 actions to move.
Still fast skeletons.
All right.
Yeah, 30 standard.
That is the one thing I hate most about having played a necromancer is I've memorized zombie and skeleton stats. Like from the book. So unless he did something weird, they all got 14 health and weak to bleed.
Kai, you have a reaction attack against skeleton number 3 if you would like.
I would enjoy that.
Good plan.
That might be useful.
Smash the skeleton and look up any boots.
Okay.
Yeah, hit him, Kai.
Kill him so hard he dies to death.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Roll fair damage.
That is right on the money. Skeleton down. All right.
Yeah.
Brings us to Emil.
Keep moving, lady.
Slides around to the other side of her husband, hiding. Brings us to Quincy, who will head up towards skeleton 24 to start. Hit.
Just to carve himself an exit strategy.
Decent damage. Oh, nope, he killed that one. Next one. Still a hit. That one's dead.
Still dead. 13.
And a hit. And 3 skeletons up, 3 skeletons down.
Oh, he just put my ritual plan back in action. Thank you, Admiral.
All right, and that brings us to Kai's full turn. Kai, bottom of the round.
Please explain to me why Quincy did not initiate the flock of seagulls maneuver.
Because he is a very, very old man these days.
He's got this perfectly good bear man protecting him.
Bear
A
in mind,
perfectly good bear man is no match for a perfectly good wolf man.
At this point, no, I'm more than a match for you.
He has a lot of health.
Superior.
the Wolfman is going to go against the vampire. Classic.
Okay, so now the vampire needs to have a Romanian accent.
I mean, they don't come standard.
And instead
Doesn't matter
of-
what you were before you were a vampire, you get a
he's
Transylvanian.
about 15 American.
All right, that is a hit. Take that, Mr. Wraith.
I get to reroll that.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Let me find him real quick before you do. That's Wraith 4. So many bad guys.
It's your own fault.
It is true, but I wanted
Could
a
have
fun
had 4.
fight. All right,
I want
you're
to say
set to attack
something,
again.
but I want to say something to that, but my general history of what happens immediately after I get cocky, I'm gonna wait.
I got one. That's good, kid. Don't get cocky.
I've gotten like 12.
Get to reroll that.
Okay, that makes it. All right, go ahead.
Woohoo!
Cool. That is a chunk of damage.
Bludgeon.
20 to be specific. The 2, on the other hand, will miss.
Oh, bum, 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 bum.
You may inspiration if you'd like.
Well, cause
You'd think Kaiser would save that for a saving throw.
Hey, the
Oh,
5
yeah.
still hits, making it a 14. Boop for another 8. Are you tossing any chunk of it? Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
That answers that question.
All right,
You're tossing it 3d8s.
and that one is down. That should be attack, movement, bonus. Nothing else, right?
not until your movement.
Okay.
That just reinforces my belief that a paladin with a prepared spell list is a failure as a paladin.
Arc.
Okay, so I look at the Admiral and say, sorry, bigger fish and all that. And I run up to the vampire. 5, 10, 20, 25. I love being fast. Now, because I haven't recklessly attacked yet, those skeletons have active disadvantage to hitting me with their opportunity attack. Actually, no, I'm going to end up here to the left. Zigzag.
Zig and a zag.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
And another miss between those two.
Hey,
You are good.
they're equally bad. Okay. So I look at Fenrir and I go, I'll trade you, and then I wallop at the vampire.
Okay.
Recklessly, because obviously. Ooh, this might actually miss. 16.
Will miss.
No, I'm not gonna. Actually, you know what? Wait. I'm going to use my bardic inspiration. I don't need to re-roll. I just need to do slightly better.
Slightly better. Mm-hmm.
Slightly better.
I need a D8. Yep. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to do something I don't normally do.
Computer.
That works.
Okay.
You hit. That 8 is helpful.
So 24.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, that was 3 8s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so that is 8 bludgeoning damage and 6 radiant damage. Standard question.
Radiant damage does end up doing double. So 6
15
equals
wisdom.
12. Oh no, we're nowhere near that. And you said 8.
You said we're nowhere near that?
Correct. Okay. She is adjusted.
Thou speaketh in riddles. Second attack. Oh, actually, with that first attack, I do push her 5 feet directly south. Because I'm
Okay.
crashing.
Question, because I've
Answer.
always wondered this, but I've never had it happen. If you force someone to move out of someone's threat zone, do they get the opportunity attack?
They do not.
No.
Okay,
No,
I've always wondered that because I've never been in a situation where that's actually happened, but I see tons of things that are like move them 5 feet, and I've always wondered if you could do that.
Nope.
No, I
that,
believe
that is
because
super
of my-
janky.
I believe because
Yeah.
of my weird footwork, I used my full 40.
Yes, but we're gonna say you have 5 more if you want.
Okay, then I will directly impose myself between her and Fenrir.
Okay.
I figured that would be really broken because I would immediately make a push build.
Oh
But-
yeah. Mm.
Oh, and that sorry, I had already rolled it. It's 21 to hit.
Yep, that will hit.
Okay. Okay. So that will be 10 bludgeoning, 3 radiant.
Okay, so
Pretty
all
much,
right.
unless it specifies that they take an opportunity attack, they have to voluntarily leave the space.
And
Correct.
I am assuming continues to be not near 25.
Correct.
Okay. Now I'm hoping that the radiant prevents it from maybe healing.
Maybe.
But
Maybe.
I'm assuming that it does because even in Strahd, like the radiant prevented it from regenerating.
well,
All right.
that might have been when we had a sunlight spell up, so they were stuck in radiant damage.
He is no longer unconscious. And yeah, he's
Logan wakes up and a whole lot of things aren't there anymore.
True.
Also, my cat now reigns supreme in Strahdland, which is now
You,
Catland.
you see him boop his own nose, and he seems to glow momentarily. Fenrir, you are up.
Bewitched?
Logan.
Okay, so it's not my turn.
You roll.
Yes.
I cast
Okay,
boop this
so can you move me 5? My full movement of 30
Back towards the group.
diagonally right up. I mean diagonally left up. Sorry.
Just keep in mind we got those fast skeletons coming in. You may want to just go straight left.
Towards the wall. Towards the wall.
Um,
That one.
So more
Towards
like
the wall. On the
Move
left.
him straight left so he gets over towards the wall. He
Yeah.
should be able to make it that way.
Yep.
There we go.
Stop creating situations where we have to bail you out.
I mean, we don't have to bail him out.
No.
so
And then
that
I'm
will
gonna
give you 2 opportunity attacks.
I figured.
First is a miss. Second is an epic miss. All right.
And then I'm going to. How far? Is there any way I can move that way with getting into range of 60 feet of the.
You're in range. You're in
Oh.
range. Whenever it is, you're in range.
Yeah, don't worry. Anything on this map is your range.
Well, my spell has to be within 60.
Oh, you're
Of,
within 60 of everything.
50 feet in front
Okay.
of you. Mhm.
Okay.
So you
Then
can get-
I'm going to finally do it. Lightning Barrage.
Okay.
As a skeleton. Just to wipe them all out.
I mean, it could work. It need 14 damage to him. So
Yeah.
Be-
Um,
between the spell
I
and
need
the
to look up Thunder Barrage again. I haven't looked it up in a second.
consult the book of armaments.
Yes, consult the dog.
So as a conjure barrage 5e spell, you throw a non-magical blah blah blah. So each and every creature within a 60-foot cone must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. Also here the creatures would take 3d8, in your case 3d8 plus 3d6 on a failed saving throw, or else half as much damage on a successful one. The damage type is almost similar to whatever the weapon ammunition is. So in your case, partly piercing, partly lightning. Go ahead and roll 3d8 and 3d6, and I will get on the saving throws.
3d8, 3d6.
Shotgun.
All the
And
dice
what
are
is
being-
your DC?
my DC? So
What's your
dexterity-
wisdom saving throw? Or what's your wisdom score?
my wisdom score or saving throw?
Score.
Just your wisdom score.
My wisdom is 12.
So +1. And then you're level 6, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, so 14.
14? Okay. I'm going to start with bottom left, move up, right, down, then back left. So first one. Why did that do that? Ah, that's fine. First one will fail. Second one will fail. Third one saves. Fourth one saves. Fifth one saves. Sixth one fails. Okay.
Get
So,
So half and half.
yeah. So I have on the D8s, I have 8, 8, 2,
All right, so 18.
and then on the D6s, it is 6, 3, and a 4.
All right, even at half,
13.
they are all dead. So 7, 17, 22, 21, 19, and 8. Now to find them all. There's 17, 22, 21 and 19. That one, 7 and 8.
Like I've been trying to do this all combat. Things keep chasing me.
19.
Yes, exactly.
All right, all 6 are down.
Okay.
nice.
Now, can I still do my second attack?
That is a spell,
this-
so it counts as your action.
Okay. Okay. Then that will be it.
Okay. Let's see. That brings us to Wraith 2. Meow. That is a hit.
No.
How
So-
much?
He is going to poke you for 28 necrotic, and then give me a Constitution saving throw.
Partially absorbed?
Yeah, like I take because like 9 of that is going to be from my from my hit points. So I take actually 18.
Yeah, he's got temporary hit points.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a resistance too, and I'm like, did any
Like,
of the
when did you get
lycanthropes
that?
get a necrotic resistance?
Yeah,
That's something I'd
gonna
be interested in.
19, so but
Secret
still.
ASMR.
Alrighty, and then Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so that plus my saving throw cost. So 17 on the Constitution saving throw.
All right, you are not permanently affected by the life drain. Wraith number 5. Meow.
But I'm right there.
Comes in attempting for the same, but will miss. That brings us to Black Tree. Let's see.
19.
He's going to suddenly remember he has the daylight spell and make this all go away.
Yeah.
We'll move there
It-
and attempt to turn. 2, 3, 4, 5. Meow. Starting top left and moving down to the right. Those are all fails.
Skeletons are gone.
Yep. As are the wraiths.
Oh.
Yay!
Yeah, he is pretty big.
So the vampire now has to bravely run away?
That is correct.
Okay.
Bravely-
23 and 11.
Bravely Tower.
On her turn, that is.
Correct.
So,
All right, that is Black Tree. Draho.
Oh, good luck running away. I'm about
once you hit her, it stops working.
Yes, don't hit her.
That's
What?
my come on, we can all focus fire. There's one opponent.
Actually, I'm going to have a little fun with this. She takes the legendary action.
Legendary.
Yep. And will
Yeah.
book her 30 feet. Yes, you do.
Okay, that's going to be 18 to hit.
Will miss.
Sorry, 19 to hit, sorry.
19. Let me double check on that one.
Oh, look, something with a decent AC.
Yep, 19 will just hit the mark. We have played the Find the Number game. Thank you for
I
playing.
win.
Well, that's a good thing I haven't shot yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is 11 bludgeoning damage, 4 radiant damage. Actually, it might have been nicer if you had, because this follow-up strike may have killed her.
Let's see.
25?
Just a sec. 11 bludgeoning on that. And then you said how much radiant?
4.
4. So
So,
Man, I'm really interested to see what my bring
Nope, she is not
out
within
your
25.
dead arrows do.
Draho, shoot her.
Shoot her!
I
still
would
wanna
assume they
test
bring
out
out
these-
the dead, Draho.
Yeah, well,
It's
'cause when
okay.
I
I can chase her.
when I asked our insane little artificer to work on it, I said I wanted something similar to Toll the Dead. So I'm figuring it's probably necrotic damage, but I
Then
did
don't
roll
shoot her, don't
exceptionally
heal her.
low. I did roll exceptionally low, so it might be radiant. We don't know.
Oh, you decided to use one of your special... Okay.
I'm thinking about it, but nah, it's not the place to test out something that's possibly necrotic. So let's
Aw.
just. And that right there is all I needed to know.
that is not a good sign when you start laughing maniacally.
I mean,
I feel
we-
like
we-
he's
we
trolling
should
you,
at least
Draho.
give her a fair chance to survive this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot regular arrows, but I did debate the arrow of blue dragon slaying just to see if maybe she's disguised.
Is she a blue? Really? Really?
It'd be real funny if I used the blue dragon arrow and she died and turned into a
There
blue
was just a
dragon, and
blue
y'all
dragon
telling me I'm
hanging out in the
dumb.
graveyard on the off chance someone would ruin a funeral by raising undead and decide to disguise himself as a vampire. That's your brilliant theory.
With a bad
When
When you say it
accent
like that,
and
it
an
sounds
undead little
stupid.
puppy.
Dragon. I have favored any dragon.
That,
I mean,
When
that
you say
sounds
it
like
like
perfect
that, it
logic
sounds
for
like a
Draho.
dumb idea.
First
Okay.
of all, we'll find out if it was a dragon once you broke her form. Second of all, we'd have to start digging because there's
That is
more
it.
than
I even hit with the super shot. And maximum damage.
Very nice.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, if you do this before I get to make her explode.
All right. One more time. Let's go for broke.
Like, not that I mind just crushing things, but I specifically have this.
Once again. And almost. Bam!
At that point, she turns into mist, takes an additional legendary action, and flies 30 feet up.
How much damage does that
Too late, she's dead.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work that way with vampires.
I don't care. I exceeded.
You have to like hit them with a specific type of damage for the killing blow, which I could have done.
Well, that's what you get for letting Drawho get height to shoot stuff.
Quick, somebody throw me 30 feet in the air.
And you know,
I don't have the strength.
I feel like you're the one that does the throwing 30 feet in the air, not anybody else.
And
all I have to do is climb that tree.
That was the last bad guy.
I mean, give me your maul and then throw me 30 feet in the air.
I can't give you my maul. It's currently being enchanted. Also, I wouldn't.
But give me what you're using and throw me.
Are you even strong enough to pick it up?
What's the weight class?
Let me put it this way.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll have an easier time snapping your bow with one hand.
Miss and go up into the air. Would a radiant burst affect it in mist form?
It may. Are you guys wanting to continue the turn order?
I'm good with it.
I'm happy to let someone else go on my turn.
Okay, let me find FGU and turn that back on. All right.
One guest fly on me or catapult. I don't care which.
So, post Drawho is Lady De Villers. She'll chill for the moment. The vampire will go another 30 feet into the air.
Stop being out of my range.
Which will move us to Kibble. Would Kibble like to do anything?
Kibble, I don't think Kibble has anything that'll affect.
Kibble wants to remember he had a potion of flying and feed it to me. That's not a no.
If this was magic, I'd say he has Dispel Magic. But he'd still have to get close enough, and he can't get close enough.
Drawho, you and me and your wrists are going to have a talk later.
Well, Drawho's height to win. So you can't hit him with any regular attacks. It has to be something.
Oh, you
I think you
can
some
attempt to hit with
either
regular attacks.
Damage or direct exposure to sunlight.
Yeah, he doesn't really have anything. He is going to... Yeah, he's going to move up next to them and protect them from the oncoming attack.
Okay. And
the oncoming non-existent
Kibble's
attack.
turn, she moves up another 30 feet.
Oh, she keeps.
I do not care for you at this moment, Kendra. I wanted one thing.
That will pass on Titus and brings us to Misaki.
So she's what, 90 feet straight up?
Correct. Which puts her at 195 from you currently.
Yeah.
Do you have access to flame, which may or may not be sacred?
I've got a few. I'm looking. The problem is most of my cylinder option spells only go to 40 feet in height. and she's double that.
Run up to me, ready your action, and I'll throw you.
No.
It's a plan so crazy, only I can make it work.
No.
Plan so crazy, it just might work.
Wait, if we keep chasing her high enough, she'll go above the clouds, and that'll kill her.
That's funny.
I'm not wrong.
I didn't say anything about it. I just that's funny.
Sounded very sarcastic, though. I'll be honest.
Honestly, Ark would think that though.
It has no radiant to it.
Big tree. If you don't leave, I'm gonna have to beat you up.
So I think the easy question: does anyone have anything that has radiant damage in a range in excess of 200 some feet?
No.
Had I been able to get to her sooner, yes. Right now, no.
Teacher lecture, yes.
I thought to
Alright.
enchant my bow with lightning damage instead of lightning damage, then yes.
So
If someone could cast fly on me, I could catch up with it.
Also,
So
that,
dedicated to get flown.
Eric,
yeah,
No survivors.
I am
She's
dedicated to get a
flying, right?
cloak of the back, so I can be a flying
Functionally,
archer
yes,
that is
as
gonna
missed.
flip from the sky.
sweet. So if let's see if we can old school ridiculous this.
If I, the cleric or the paladin, were to have fly cast on them, they would eventually catch up at the rate she's going.
Yeah.
So if I were to cast Moonbeam, which is a beam of divine light that
It's
comes
only 40
down
feet
from the
high.
sky. Oh,
Trust me,
Oh.
I've got Dawn's the same thing. It's just sunlight versus moonlight.
Don't summon
Sunlight-
moonlight.
sunlight
I was-
Military-
I was
40 foot high.
Yeah. Dawn's
And
the flame
should we-
strike
how
is
far away by the time it's my turn?
She's
let's
currently-
see.
High.
yeah, currently she's sitting at 95 feet off the ground.
She's only
And
going 30 feet at a time. And
True.
I think the fly spell gives you, a fly speed of 60. So you would outpace her, eventually being able to get just the one hit.
So, does anybody have fly to catch on to cast?
I can cast fly.
she would be at
Give it to me.
150
Give it to me.
at 150 feet additional from where she's at right now at the start of your turn.
150 feet additional at the start of my turn.
Correct.
Okay, so she's out of my reach.
Okay,
So it's
fine,
like-
that's-
I could cast Misty Step to put me 30 foot closer up in the air, and then cast it 20 or 40 foot underneath her, still get her, but it's not enough.
Mhm. So the best option we have is for Navarra to cast fly on Ark.
Or we just let her go.
Ark
and
doesn't
move
have
on.
the ability to really put her down, does he?
I have the Mace of Disruption.
So you're just going to beat on her until it works?
Yep, pretty
I
much.
only have to. Yes, the beating will commence until my morale improves, and my morale will only improve when it's destroyed.
The only
So
thing with that
someone
is
throw Navarra at me so she can cast fly.
I think we let
Something's
this one
getting
go.
thrown, or Ark's gonna lose it.
I was gonna say I don't think Mace of Disruption works against mist.
Is
Yeah,
is
she's
the
in
mist
morale.
still an undead creature?
hang on. That's 10,
Or you could put it on the cleric or the.
20.
They are closer. Again, it's just a matter of it pacing, and the fly spell does
Right.
last up to 10 minutes.
It's true. If we get to the turn to cast fly on any one of the people with capabilities to damage her,
Derek,
they can
what's
catch
the-
up to her.
What's my range after I move?
So she is currently 195. You moving 30 feet closer would make it 165.
Damn it.
Cast
I
fly.
have
on the
guiding.
cleric.
I have guiding bolt, but it's a range of 120.
Cast fly on the cleric. I don't care. I just want it to die now.
Just
I mean, sure, I will cast fly on whoever wants it.
You
I
can
don't want
activate-
it.
Because you cast it on fifth, casting it at 5th level, you can give it to 2 people if they're both within touch range.
okay.
Actually, it would be 3 people at 5th level.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, right. And you're at 5th level slots now, right?
Yes.
At the same time, like I think at the same time we could just let it go. And
Not an option.
All right. I'm going to give Arc fly.
You have to like run up to me, but yeah, eventually I would be able to track it down. So
You
can we
would,
just
but the
skip to
mace
that part?
would pass through it.
So give it to the cart too. I would drag Misaki with me.
to kill this.
I'm picking up Misaki I'm dropping my shield, picking up Misaki, and taking you with me.
Is Misaki relenting to this?
I will make it a post grapple check.
I'm not going to be able
You
to
will be
beat that.
50 feet in
So
the air.
I wouldn't be able to oppose the grapples. So I'm going to have to.
No,
You're like, this
that's
might
not
as
the
well
way I run
happen.
PvP. PvP is all in the consent of the person being attacked.
Oh, well. If he drops me, I'm going to come back as a ghost, and he's never going to live it.
No, I'll just put you down too.
No. It doesn't work that way.
I think my
You
base
will be eternally followed.
All right, we're just gonna make this easy. Since you guys are doing it, Misaki, make an attack roll.
I just come by.
Am I just dropping a D20?
Yep.
Use my inspiration.
What's your spell attack bonus?
Also, I think there is still an unused bardic inspiration out there somewhere.
Yeah, it's on me.
Plus
Ready?
8.
Does the mist have an AC of 16?
It technically keeps its AC because it's natural AC. So your
Use my
guiding bolt would
inspiration.
miss.
Use my inspiration. Roll again.
You've already used your.
I'm not letting this go.
I've got mine and Kibble's inspiration. I'm willing to throw at this.
We are spirit bombing this.
Okay. You just wanted to roll the attack button underneath guiding bolt.
Yep.
Keep re-rolling that guiding bolt till we get it.
People of yes!
Okay.
And that's just my inspiration. I made this shit.
Critical hit.
The mist evaporates into a light dust.
This
It glitters
is
as it
the
falls
time we
down.
need somebody to give us a force re-roll and be a jerk.
So just for imagery, how high in the air are we when we finally get this thing?
Good, say 600 feet.
Okay, I'm going to do a rapid, like almost like I'm trying to dive bomb descent until we're about 10 feet off the ground, then stop and gently go to the ground and let Misaki down.
How long does the spell last?
10 minutes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys would be able to catch it.
It would be hilarious if you guys plummeted to your doom.
I would hold Misaki and soften the blow. I would rage drop.
All
We
right.
had to think all of this because you guys couldn't accept the fact Draho's a better warrior than you.
If you guys died from falling from that high, just so you know, if you did, Fenrir would gladly eat your remains to keep you living on inside him.
Ew.
Speaking of your cat, no.
Pedro.
Yes, sir.
Chat.
I mean, I was just going to take him to the church and demand they pay for the services since what with them not protecting the graveyard properly. Lawsuit.
No more vampire.
Just saying, Draho will threaten lawsuit till they revive you.
Do you have
Free of
you
charge.
taken
Got
the
it.
local law firm as well?
Now that you've
Lawsuit
said
a
that, I'm
thing?
going to start one.
We do not need Draho with the lawyers.
So,
Okay,
that said,
we need the lawyer
in
to
the
be a college
Yes.
war bard. And then
As we were
all
coming
the
down,
NPCs seem to kind of gather, and you hear some murmurings about the two figures back up on the hill. They
Are they
seem
still
to
there?
not be there, no. The Admiral wanders over to you. You all look like a strapping bunch. Adventurers in your prime, yes?
Mm-hmm.
That we be.
That you be. You fought well, and by the looks of things, you have an interest in what happened here. Aye?
Aye.
Not really. I just like blood.
Good. Come by my residence first light tomorrow, and we'll go over things. He gives you what looks like a business card for his address in the Harbor District on Fisherman's
very
Lake.
professional.
For now, I need to report this to Naval Command. And he turns and begins walking away.
I do go back over to Eno's casket.
Okay.
Which it's still intact, right?
It is.
And they did decide to raise him just to like be another middle finger, right?
They did not.
probably had general repose cast on him. I will take that red stone with the silver inlaid bear paw that I carved into it. Thanks, Kibble. And place it on his on his chest, like in his hands.
Okay. So sitting there, kind of like so.
I've been sitting on that for a month. Also, I just like to note for the record, I still have 3 temp HP.
Mm-hmm.
You suck.
So
It's not my fault that he kept not targeting me with area effects.
Yes, Fenrir.
Kedro, I do something very similar to that, except I tear off my necklace of various teeth from monsters we killed.
Okay.
And
Oh,
just put
that's
that
special.
there.
Okay.
Everyone's giving him something nice.
I keep all my teeth because those are mine.
Seeing the two of you do that, you see Lady de Villers come over, take off a necklace, and do the same. Logan, seeing Lady de Villers do that, does that. Comes over, unsheaths
I don't want to be left
a
out,
knife
so Draho's gonna fish
that's
in his pocket.
exquisite, and sets it in next
You
to his
have my
hand.
sword and you have my bow.
Draho not wanting to look like the cheapskate that doesn't give him anything for being dead.
Is this
Because
because
now
I already
this is-
started this?
Because this is something that he refuses to look bad in, and he didn't know that humans are supposed to get stuff put in their coffin. I'm going to walk up.
I didn't even mean for this to add to that subplot.
Draho's not going to be made a fool of today.
Yes, you are.
Except for the
Why
part
do
where
why
I
is this name-
kneecapped you.
Just
Well,
because of the name of it, I feel like it fits perfectly. I have a ruby that's called the Bribe Ruby. Who bribed me with a ruby?
Kaizen did.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. So I'm going to put that Bribe Ruby in there so that I can make sure everyone realizes I'm putting very expensive stuff in there. And obviously, being Draw, I'm going to be like, oh, you'll be missed so much. You were such a good guy. And while fidgeting in his wallet, he pulls out a couple things, puts them back, pulls them out, puts them back. Here, you'll always remember me in the afterlife. And he
that's
sets
how
the ruby down. See that, everyone? I gave him a ruby.
I love how
My
you're like
gift was
making the
valuable.
thing.
Draho, do you actually say that?
Yes.
Do you think
Okay.
Jaho wouldn't say that out loud?
Then Nivara is going to kneecap you with her staff.
What? I'm trying to show my appreciation.
I grab his wrist.
You're being a pretentious douche.
Why am I being hurt? I'm doing nice
I cover his
things.
mouth.
If the battle's over and everybody's just shitting on Draho because of he's being a dick, I just walk past. As I walk past him, I nudge him with my elbow and shed all my fur as I shift back all over him.
Oh.
We need to talk about that. You seem to be shedding more than you should be able to grow. Like that's.
I'm super annoyed now because I thought this was a human custom. You're supposed to make a show of putting something expensive in their coffin.
Considering my hand, which is about the size of your face, is currently over your mouth, what you're actually saying is.
And we're all.
What was
I
that?
say to the
Congrats
lady,
I just leveled up.
Well-mannered.
That is
Nivara
very
made the first
articulate
to
for someone
11.
who's just been smacked in the knee with an adamantine staff.
Well, he says it through a lot of owls and ouchies.
The congregation shortly thereafter kind of departs. The mists down the hills seem to roll away as the rain begins to taper off.
And remove that Bribe Ruby from my inventory.
Before Ark's rage fully subsided, he saw the mist and thought it was one big vampire.
Just swinging his mace wildly at the mist.
As we were flying back, he saw it, and once his rage worn off, that's when he decided, okay, maybe we should land.
So it is Ravens Bluff that we see in the dissipating mist.
It is. And for the what that was, I awarded the XP for all 4 waves. It looks like Ark is leveling up, Kaizen is leveling up, Draho is leveling up.
Yeah.
Misaki is leveling up.
I feel like Nivara should be.
Navarro got to 11.
That
It
seems
says
odd.
Nivara leveled up to 11.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that should be 10, and it's just not doing it right because everybody else is showing 64,000, and so
I
are
was
you.
already at 10.
Yeah,
Right.
let me
And
fix that.
that should also have
I was about to say, I'm pretty
There we
sure
go.
she just hit 10, so that is ridiculous.
Yeah, because you're
Navarro,
looking
what
at needing 85. Fenrir, Kibble, and Misaki. So basically everyone levels up.
Woot.
no. Navarro reached 11 from having to manage 3 Eldritch
Bum,
Sugar
bum,
Daddies. at a time.
ba-da-ba-da-bum.
Okay, I'm level 7.
great.
What do I get?
That said, what would you guys like to do for the remainder of this evening?
I am going to spend the next hour casting a ritual
Okay,
on our friend to make him unraisable.
good plan.
All right, hey guys. Is this where we're gonna end
Oh, we still got another
for
hour.
tonight?
No, we got plenty of time.
So for the next however long, the next evening.
Mhm.
Once we get back to town, Ark's gonna try to find a.
All right, I'm
little
going
patch
to
of
have to
green.
bow out for the night.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I have to
It's
bow
cool,
out.
dude. You were here for combat. Appreciate it.
Someone was casting a ritual. Oh, right, to do with the general reposing.
Yep.
Okay. Ark is actually going to step back out of the city limits to a place with a, where like if the first tree line really starts. And he's going to cast his own ritual. Actually, I've been looking forward to this. Because suddenly he feels a bit of a twitch, a bit of an urge to go out and. So
Okay.
he doesn't quite understand it. So he sits down and meditates, thinking about his connection to the land and his bear totem for 10 minutes. And he will, for the first time as a ritual, cast Commune with Nature, which he just got the ability to do just now.
That'll take place after you do a long rest.
He
Leveling
spends
up,
an hour resting and then does that.
Leveling up takes a long rest.
So is it a long rest or a short rest?
Long rest.
He'll do that first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Well, Draho definitely wants to go to the whatever, find out whoever's in charge of this graveyard and go inform them they have to clean up the graveyard and that they might want to go around and do some necromantic protections on the graveyard so this doesn't happen again. And I'm willing to forget that it occurred while I was there.
Okay,
Mourning a close friend.
So now
a
we're
very
officially
close friend.
establishing any Karen moves done in D&D is a Draho. Got it. Well, what since I don't get to level up fully until I go to sleep, Ark will go around town making sure no one got hurt by whatever the freaking mist was. See if he can figure out what people were saying what that was.
Okay. Are you guys all going back to town together post any rituals that are happening?
Yeah, I'm not leaving the group now.
No, we're sticking together.
Okay.
I imagine we'll all be clustered until we get to our respective rooms or buildings.
Okay. In that case, as you make your way back to town, you notice something on an upcoming path. There's a white owl perched on a fence that runs alongside the street. The owl seems to be looking in your direction in kind of a curious, kind of head-cocked look. Its eyes never wavering from you as you walk. Perception
Okay.
checks.
Ooh, okay. Mm,
Option.
I finally rolled something without advantage.
Perception.
12.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna inspiration that and roll that again.
I used mine, but I do not regret it.
Wait, why is Kibble still feared? He should no longer be feared.
Yeah.
Because we didn't hit 10 rounds in combat.
Oh, it hasn't been a minute since we walked away.
That's right.
You can guess the ritual. That took 10.
Oh, let me find him.
Cable, stop shaking. I'm shaking. It's gone now. I killed it again.
All right, we're good.
There, I was like, why is he rolling disadvantage?
Okay. Ark, what did you roll?
12.
Okay, so everyone but Ark will notice that
Still thinking about how much I hate that freaking vampire.
there seems to be a bit of red string tied around the leg that's facing away from you, and maybe a bit of parchment attached.
Does someone point this out to me?
I
I'll
will point it out
approach
loudly.
up to the owl with my arm outstretched.
Okay. As you do so, it kind of flaps twice and jumps on.
And pull the string to see what the parchment is.
All right. As you retrieve the parchment, the owl is very calm in allowing you to do so. But once you retrieve it fully, it flaps its wings again, heavily, getting just a bit of flight, and then begins flying away. And you receive... Notes.
Dear Mr. Potter, we are happy to inform you you've been accepted to Hogwarts.
There is now a new public note called 001 Player Handout MDH.
That sounds very formal.
Very.
Where is that at?
That will be in the Notes tab. Should be right under
Notes.
Characters.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Notes.
What was it called? Player handout?
001 Player's Handout MDH?
Yep.
The one at the very top.
Correct.
Who wants to read?
Masaki's the one that grabbed
it. Is it in common?
it. It is.
Okay. Your group, greetings, adventurers. Your group has come up recently in conversations of those who have come into property while in the lifestyle of adventuring. The market district is abuzz with the potential. As such, I would like to be the first to offer you the greetings of the Mercantile Guild. Please join me at my establishment, the Mad Dolphin House. We are located on the corner of Selgarth and Moorland. Allow me to treat you to some pastries, and perhaps I may have some things of interest to you. Signed, Jalan.
This guy sounds like a total drawho.
I was gonna say, wouldn't I already have met him at some point, since almost everything I do goes through the Merchants Guild?
So there are so many businesses in town? Probably not.
Really? You think as many businesses as I've invested in and as much time as I spend that they have a standard Draho dropping off the usual investment in this shop, you'd think I would meet this guy? I'm pretty much a high roller at this point.
You would think so, but you got to remember how big the city is. And let's verify where.
How big is it?
I'm surprised as much time as I've spent that I'm not familiar with this guy on a club. Do I at least know of him by reputation?
M5.
That'd be a history check, I think.
That you can check.
Because
it is
I need?
pin number M5, which is. Where are you?
That's way the heck over there.
Yep, way over there. Here. There.
Also,
I
keep
need
in
you
mind,
to Google
doesn't
something
need to
for me.
sleep, so he could spend a
Nouveau
lot-
riche. I need to know how to spell it. Yes.
Kidro,
Yes, sir.
was that entire cemetery hollowed?
As far as you know, yes.
I mean, I imagine I would have felt it.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's extremely scary if it was hollowed and that still happened.
yeah, it also makes
Well,
my complaining less effective.
It all depends on the type of hello was on it. Because I don't think you can stack multiple Hollow has different type benefits. And I don't
Gotcha.
think you can
I'm
stack
certain I did.
multiples.
I know it, but I hit enter before I thought about it.
But I'm surprised that, the don't let the undead come back is not the one that they primarily use.
Another magic arrow, but I don't really want any of the ones that are left.
I love you.
Well, then maybe you should shoot them at something and solve that problem.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I mean, we obviously got to meet this guy. What would I have to roll to determine if I know his reputation? Because I've spent a lot of time in the Merchants Guilds.
Would be
I
history.
just love how this shows up too. It's like, hey, all of us other merchants were talking, and we couldn't help but notice you saving the city just now. And
20.
That will do. Now I just have to find that in the book.
Yeah, give me this dude. I need to know more about this dude before we go conversing with him.
once we get into town, I want to check to make sure like people weren't hurt by whatever that mist was.
You'll definitely find that
again
the town
criticize
is
the church.
predominantly everyone shut indoors. The mist rolled through, but nothing seems to have been any different than any normal fog.
Okay.
And
Do I
now-
see a dead Toby Jones?
A what?
A dead Toby Jones.
You do not.
Okay.
So many pages. Where are you at?
All of them.
That's true.
So whenever you're done, I have a question about the piercing arrow.
Yeah.
It says it's not an attack roll. It's a 30-foot straight line. It goes harmlessly through objects, ignoring cover. Each creature in the line makes dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes damage as if it were hit by the arrow, plus an extra d6 piercing. Is that just my arrow damage, or would I be able to apply my plus 15? Because that makes this way more useful than it looks.
Well, you don't make an attack roll, so that wouldn't apply.
That's why I'm asking.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it would just be the arrow damage plus the extra d6 piercing.
But when you think about it, you get to take out quite a few people in a row. So,
Yeah, a row of a 30-foot line with no cover. I mean, that's nice.
Yeah. Especially
Because
if
I'm
you got
debating
the-
between that or the enfeebling arrow, which does 2d6 necrotic, and if they fail a constitution saving throw, the damage dealt by its weapons attacks are halved until the start of my next turn.
I think the line
So-
arrow is probably better.
So that's the two that I'm stuck between, is do I want a constitution save and they can't do half weapon damage till it's my turn? Or 30-foot, basically a 30-foot long attack that does essentially 2d6. Also, the enfeebling arrow does do 2d6 necrotic,
So, what you would know, Jalen is the current owner of the Mad Dolphin House, which stands at the corner, the southwestern corner of Silgarth and Moorland. It's a well-known landmark of the Market District. Originally, it was a kind of barn of a building. Seems to be some sort of pawn shop from what you've heard, but generally for large items, coaches, household lots, furniture, even full-size fishing boats from time to time, which often hang from rafters in massive cable cradles. They did recently open an eatery from which folk can view the ware. Strong beer is a mainstay of the menu, rooted in gleanings from extra cargo and burst barrels. So offerings are apt to vary. The marinades on the platters are good enough. The jellied eels are a bit sweet. The berry mashes are nothing short of a triumph, but the dried Roth, preparations as rations for the campaign against the Turrigan Horde, once upon a time, has the texture of something like boot leather, no matter what's been done to it since. There are also things like mystery meats on skewers, but the main thing that people kind of rave about is their current pastry chef.
Oh. Okay. So really, it's just like, I mean, that's not a great deal about him on a personal level, just that he's got a business.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not as important as I thought he was. It's no wonder I haven't met him.
So, do you guys want to go?
I will pass along that info. Oh yeah, I know who Jalen is.
I need to clean up and change.
Yeah,
I need to put some clothes on.
Yeah, we're all looking pretty rough, so obviously we're gonna want to go.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pretty.
Speak for yourself. I didn't take any damage.
I'm very singed.
I was gonna say, Kaizen knows for a fact that Masaki is needing something.
So back to your residence then for a long rest?
Yeah, I definitely want a long rest.
Okay.
But, of course, on the way back out of town, I'm pretty sure on the way past town, we have to pass by. Like, someone near the graveyard owns it. I just want to let them know that they've done a poor job and they should get out there and really fix up the graveyard because it's got a mess of dead bodies that should be underground but aren't. And they should get working on re-protecting the graves.
The building that houses the kind of management of the area currently has no one inside.
Well, I'm going to leave a very angry note in Sylvan.
What?
All right.
Because when
How long does it
mad,
look like it's been since it's been occupied?
Yeah.
Oh, they've got standard hours of like 9 to 5, and this was happening late in the evening.
Yeah, I'm going to leave angry note in Sylvan because when Draho's upset, he writes in Sylvan. That's his swearing language. So
Sorry about that word called.
It's going to be a very, very harshly worded letter in a very, very elegant language.
Okay.
Lots of V's and W's, the sharp letters that stab.
All right. So we need to give you guys a long rest. It's going to be under characters.
Oh, and the other thing that I'm going to do before we leave,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sprinkle holy water on all of those flaming skulls.
Okay, good plan.
I thought they poofed out.
Basically turning into skull chunks and dust.
But if you don't hit them with the holy water, they come back. Because they're jerk faces like that.
There needs to be a
Undead
quicker way
armor
to long
stubborn.
rest everyone.
Control Alt long rest.
Control Alt nap time?
Yes. Okay, so I heard it was a pawn shop for big items, and they weren't open. I'll watch the VOD to get the whole spiel later.
The pawn shop would be open, but the grave kind of overseers are not.
Oh, he went to the management office, got it.
Yep.
Pretty much, and left them a very angry letter on their door in Sylvan, so they'll know that I'm displeased and to contact me at their earliest convenience.
All right.
I have several eyewitnesses who will back me up.
So
Now it all matters is if they care enough to actually get that translated, or if they just throw it in the bin because they assume it's some sort of gibberish.
all the long rests have been applied to all your characters. Feel free to make appropriate updates. That is going to put us into the following morning. So we are now on Marpanoth the Second.
Gesundheit.
Huh.
Okay, well, time to do some stat increases. Just remember, everyone who hit level 10, you get a +1 to 2 stats of your choice,
That is correct.
as per the DM's homebrew.
If that changes your con modifier, does it retroactive
Yes, it does.
the bump?
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm saving that for when I buy a feat. It's a very specific feat, and it's the only one I need that increases my constitution again.
So that morning, are you going back and doing the ritual? Going to Jelen? Going elsewhere? Going to Black Mantle?
Well, as soon as I wake up, before Kibble starts making breakfast, because I'm assuming that's what Draho has him do in the morning, I'm going to actually, I'm assuming we're back at the mansion.
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, I'll go back out onto our land, which is still in the process of being cultivated, but it looks much better than it did.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually find that this is probably a little more appropriate for this. So I will take my 10 minutes meditating, because for some reason I got an itch to do that.
Okay.
And I will cast Commune with Nature.
Okay.
Just because somewhere I feel a bear telling me, do the thing.
So that being the first time that we're doing this, go ahead and read that off for the stream.
Okay, so I will read the spell, and I will then read the way that it is described in the Totem Barbarian feature.
Yep.
You briefly become one with nature and gain knowledge of the surrounding territory. In the outdoors, the spell gives you knowledge of the land within 3 miles of you. In caves and other natural underground settings, the radius is limited to 300 feet. The spell doesn't function where nature has been replaced by construction, such as in dungeons and towns. I think we're just outside of the main city.
We are actually outside of town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there are buildings, just not a town. Got it. Okay. You instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects as they relate to the area: terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples, powerful celestials, fays, fiends, elementals, or undead, influence from other planes of existence, or buildings. Which I imagine that's just more of like here's nature, here's a building.
Yep.
That's as much as you need to know. For example, you could determine the location of powerful undead in the area, the location of major sources of safe drinking water, and the location of any nearby towns.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the Barbarian entry in the book. Let's go 4 Bard, because I can alphabetical. Spirit Walker. At 10th level, you can cast Commune with Nature spell, but only as a ritual. When you do so, a spiritual version of one of the animals you chose for totem, spirit, or aspect of beast appears to you to convey the information you seek. So far, that's only been a bear, and a very specific bear.
Yogi.
Also, as I'm doing this, just out of curiosity, did any of you watch me to see what I'm doing? Just out of weird curiosity.
I mean, if you're just gonna wander out into the backyard and start
you see me
weird
sitting still
dances in the
and
backyard
calm for 10 minutes. Do you find that suspicious?
I mean, I would definitely be curious because I don't technically sleep, so I'm definitely watching you people do stuff every morning.
Okay, so
It's what I do for fun.
Okay, so the spiritual version of the animal appears to me, and I just want the DM's ruling on this. Does Draho see it?
It says it appears to you, correct?
The spiritual version, but yes.
So I'm going to say no. Not without
Okay, so
some
you
sort
got-
of ethereal sight.
Okay, so Draho's going to think I'm talking to myself.
But hold up. I'm level 10 now. I'm level 10 now.
That is a fact.
I've got a pseudo dragon.
Close.
You
Not
told
quite
me
there
level
yet.
10, I get my pseudo dragon perks.
That's where it will bond as of next game.
Oh,
Because I've got to get all the stats up there for you.
because if that's the case, then I'd have true sight, so I should be able to see everything. Everything.
Yep, next game.
We'll figure that out. So this being the first time I do this, and Ark doesn't fully understand what's happening. I'm guessing we have sort of like this empathic kind of understanding.
Yep, you see functionally that spiritual bear, almost white luminescent fur around what would normally be your kind of standard scruffy bear. Comes slowly padding up, and then it sits down on its back haunches in front of you, kind of Winnie the Pooh style.
That's the best.
And you hear,
all right, so
yes.
first thing I'm going to do, considering what happened yesterday, I'll use that to detect for undead in the surrounding 3 miles?
Within 3 miles, you still feel something towards the northwest of you. Or no. Northeast of you.
Okay, I would know so northeast.
Mm-hmm.
About how far out?
Probably about 2 miles. You'd probably guess that it's back at that graveyard.
Interesting. Okay, I guess while I'm there, terrain's a body of water.
That would just be all of the local lakes that lead basically out to the Fire River and into the Sea of Falling Stars.
Mm-hmm. Then I'll go with prevalent animals.
There's a small subset of bears in the southeastern set of mountains next to you. A variety of elk, deer, rabbit, kind of all your standardized animals that are just out and about. You also catch a large amount of steer to the north, maybe about half a mile.
Steer to the north, about half a mile. Yay, hunting grounds. Okay, that's my 3.
Okay, and so the bear's like, well, that's over there. Those are over that way. Yep, there's some steer up there. Is there anything else?
Is it bad that I'm picturing the sloth from Zootopia?
Nope, not at all.
I was thinking of a cross between Winnie the Pooh and Baloo.
Like this bear's like, look, you woke me up first thing in the morning. I got important spirit stuff to do. What's this?
Like spirit stuff like sleeping, because it's really for us spirits.
I love how he doesn't even have like the armor that he normally appears in anymore. Like he's just like, look, I just got up. Okay. I haven't even had my first beehive today. Like, just go away. Okay, cool. So, that's the 3 I get. So.
Okay.
Right. So while Ark is doing that,
yep.
Nybara would like to use her Book of Shadows to cast the ritual divination.
Okay. I'm not sure if you've done that before, so go ahead and read it off for the stream.
So your magic and an offering put you in contact with a god or a god's servants. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within the next 7 days. The GM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen. The spell does not take into effect any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion. And then if I cast it again before I take a long rest, there's a 25% chance that I get a random reading.
Okay. So, what is your question?
I would like to know how to kill the Drow Death Knight.
Ooh.
You receive a small vision of a small drow child holding a book, but you can't quite make out what the book is.
It looks just like yours.
But the child has a smile on its face, which you know is not common for drow culture.
So I read him a bedtime story.
If that's the way you want to take it.
Once upon a time, all the surface dwellers died and everyone was happy.
All right, so he has a book and he's happy.
And the more times you do that, the more you'll end up garnering from that.
Okay, so I have to wait for another long rest to prevent getting a random gibberish reading, so...
Okay. Any other preparations for the day?
Well, I will come back in and tell everyone, hey, so my spirit bearer told me there's still an undead presence, probably in the graveyard.
And that'll prompt Raho to say, I left him a note. They should be taking care of that. Oh, the first thing I'm doing this morning is going down there and giving him a piece of my mind.
Not too
Shouldn't there also have been an undead presence on the other side of the bay?
Not that could be seen through that because it's structurals.
Oh.
Yeah, it gets a little fuzzy for me.
Bear pun.
I didn't mean for it to be, but I guess it's just so natural for me anymore.
Also, bear pun.
That's punny.
Point proven.
So, where to next?
That's up to the group if we want to go back and check that out. We also need to talk to the Admiral.
This city is full of adventurers. Let somebody else cut their teeth on that. We have other things we must attend to.
So we're at the point where we're subcontracting now. Awesome.
No, I'm saying they need to do their damn job. We already did their job last night, and I don't see anyone sending us a paycheck.
Literally everyone else in the town. We're undead.
If it were 20 years ago, we'd have followers to take care of it.
Back in my day, we had a cohort system.
Kedro, I just pinged you on Discord.
Okay.
Oh.
You had to have a high charisma and a good reputation.
And I'm going to actually do just that. I'm going to dispatch a letter to Kellum Vorites, if there's any active known worshippers of the Raven Queen. Yeah, just about anybody else I can think of that's really down on the undead. I'm gonna be like, hey, there's some undead stuff that way. An augury told me so. Go find it. Kill it.
But by the way, you guys noticed that Ark is looks a little more athletic this morning.
So your muscles got muscles?
I'm a bit more.
When you say it like that, it sounds dumb.
I love how I say it the smart way. My strength and dexterity have increased. Let's just to metagame it. So
your muscles
somehow through all this hair, you notice that like I look a bit more jacked.
Yeah, you swing heavy hammers all day. Should be.
I literally haven't swung my hammer in 2 days.
That's about time your muscles caught up with you.
I have more muscle in one arm than you have in your whole body.
That don't matter.
I can go get my hammer. We can find out how much it doesn't matter.
I agree. We should just ignore the undead thing in the graveyard. But I definitely think that the guys that are managing the graveyard, if they can't take care of it, they can pay us to finish taking care of it.
Unless they're the undead presence, I sense. Whoa.
Well, if that's the case, then they're even worse at their job than I thought they were.
It's okay. Someone's gonna let's put it on the bounty board in the tavern and see if a set of fresh adventurers picks up.
Well, I guess if nobody else has anything they want to do, I can go check out. Was it the Mad Dolphin House?
Okay.
Yeah, Jelaine is what I was going to say next. If nobody else has personal business to attend to.
Well,
really?
what time were we supposed to go to?
The Admiral?
Yeah.
Whenever. He said sometime today.
Okay.
So.
I mean,
I
he had to
figured
report it to
Jalen,
you.
get that out of the way, then we head to the
Go ahead
Admiral.
and give me intelligence checks.
I was going to say he said he had to report. Oh, of course, 17.
Intelligence
Is
checks.
that everybody?
Anybody that
assuming
rolls
they-
above a 15 would
I'm
recall
assuming that-
he said, "Come by my residence at first light on the morrow."
Oh.
Good thing I got up real early to talk to that there.
Well, then I guess we'll go talk to him first.
Okay, so we're having bacon on the go. Got it.
Okay, so Kadra, you said intelligence checks, correct? Okay.
How did I roll the highest?
You didn't. I did.
I rolled a
Also-
17. Oh, okay. I just saw the number.
14.
I have
How did I roll the
information.
second highest?
Yeah, I rolled a 20.
Kaisen, go ahead.
I have
14.
information.
What information do you have?
Yeah.
I have sought. Maybe, possibly.
I
Is
have
that what that
sought
noise
counsel
was?
with the Raven Queen, and she has gifted me a dream. I know how to defeat our
Dramatic
foe.
pause.
Dramatic pause for effect.
There are two ways left to us. We can either smite them with holy weapons, or we can lead them to repentance.
What does that mean?
Every one
Means we gotta
of
use words.
these death knights has had a fall from grace.
Oh,
Who's
so like
Chris?
religious repentance. Got it. Okay.
Or just
Yeah,
make them
we just
feel
get them to
bad
say
for
they're
what they
sorry.
did.
Okay.
I think it's a little more intense than that, but yeah, that's the sum of it.
Go.
They had a
Kinky,
moment.
Go half our friends.
You can't just be evil and become a death knight. You had to have at one point been a champion of a greater power
Okay.
and had a greater calling, and not just
So
failed but turned your
you're
back on it.
saying we have to either smite them with holy stuff or use the power of friendship.
It's not just simple holy stuff. This isn't simple enchantment. These are
Right.
true.
So
holy-
you're saying we should definitely stick with the power of friendship.
Well, since none of us are ponies, I don't think that's going to work out.
I'll Care Bear stare him. I don't care. I'm doing it.
Okay, so we need to give me a eye-based attack.
Wait.
Eye-based attack.
A
The
Care Bear
pendant
So I can
stare.
Care Bear stare them.
The type of
I can
holy
polymorph somebody into a pony.
weapon-
Just saying, I mean, we'd have to know what they fell to and what their regret is. That
Yeah.
seems like a lot more work than hunting down some relics.
I'm just saying.
in some cases it may be, but the answers do exist. All
I'm
of
just
these
saying, planning-
people were great.
It would just
Great.
require a little investigation into it. I mean, I've been investigating the Wild Hunt for years. How bad could investigating their
I
background?
mean, I probably just have to cast divination a couple more times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm-
we've only got.
Good with abusing divination.
Well, I think I get my. Hammer back in. 6 days?
I believe so.
The type of holy weapon that it requires more than just enchantment. It requires true faith.
So
Question:
you do it.
Get one of those.
Is the radiant weapon dealing that
It's beyond just doing radiant damage, is what he's saying.
Yes,
Needs
but
to
I'm
be
asking
basically a relic.
is what Ark is currently wielding a relic.
Oh, the Mason Disruption? No, that's more like understanding how magic animates undead and just messing with that. It's not
Okay.
like a god blessed weapon.
The mace that he has is powerful, but the weapons that we require would be an order of magnitude more.
Yeah, I can hurt it. I
If
can't.
I'm not
put it down.
mistaken,
So the
the weapon
weapon is
Miyazaki carries may be capable of it at one point.
What is-
With what just happened to it, possibly. We don't know what all has been imbued with it.
what
I do
does
not know
Misaki
its story or its strength, but that would be the closest I've seen. Maybe
What
the
does
axe
Misaki
that Ark wielded if it were wielded in the hands of one of the true faithful.
What does Misaki have?
A special
Come
halberd.
on.
Well, a halberd that has a very unique gem binded to it now, for all we know.
It's more
Oh.
than just that, but yes, it is an item of his faith.
I'm saying for all that we know, because all we've really seen of it is that gem bound to it. That's about it.
So let me get this into basically what I'm understanding. We would need something. So Ark's weapon is something that's basically enchanted to do holy damage and disrupt undead. We need something that say is like blessed by something equal to like let's say Tiamat.
Yeah, a something so divinely powerful that
It's not,
basically
it's not even just about the weapon. It's about the wielder. So
A
again-
sunblade would be an example of a weapon that might be
Okay.
If you're
able to
looking
do
for faith, I'm probably the wrong person to ask. So I say we just.
Same here.
So,
I'm not
the point being is that we can hurt it. We just can't put it down for good with
Yeah.
what we have, except possibly Misaki.
But
What about
there are
Kaizen?
also 13 of these.
Oh.
Specifically,
My lady has not yet blessed me with a weapon of sufficient power that I could
Okay.
fell one of these permanently.
right? Like even my maul,
I must
even though it has
continue
a
my
boon
quest.
for Moradin, I acknowledge his existence. I don't revere him.
Okay.
So,
I'm the same way. I acknowledge the existence of like these otherworldly powers, but I don't like worship them in any way.
were you given like the names of these weapons?
I mean,
Or
I
any-
feel like our best bet would be to just do some research, figure out where there might be some holy weapons stored, and then go acquire them Indiana Jones style.
Now, keep in mind, we've got a few days before we're going to try to leave for this island.
Well,
Unless we-
Yeah.
Drawho, you're a religious figure. I understand that your lands were once blessed by Corian Lathander. Tell us where a trove of weapons that he has purposely laid his blessing on are, that we could wield,
Yeah.
that
I
even you
mean-
could wield. Go
I
for it.
mean,
Question
I would
for
be
you.
happy to stop by Mithranor again, but I'm kind of in a bad place with some people there, so we might not be as welcomed as you'd think. But I'm sure with the world in the balance, they'll forgive me showing back up for, a day or
Okay.
two.
Just a quick question for you, Kaizen. Let's say that we just did enough damage to this Death Knight to put it down, even temporarily, but we don't use the right weapon to finish the job. What happens to him?
I do not know. The dream was not that specific.
So you don't know if it just gets right back up or if it reconstitutes somewhere else?
The answer that I quested for was, how do we destroy them, not what happens if we knock them out.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Well,
can continue to do research, and I can continue to dream quest.
So
Okay.
additionally, from your own experiences, you've seen the Death Knights drop into dust and then show back up elsewhere.
Okay, so we can destroy its body at least
I have a
temporarily.
question. From your own experiences, Kaisen, when you have seen them dropped into dust and then form elsewhere, how long does that process take?
I've never seen them drop to dust. I assume that they're talking about your dealings with the Lesser Death Knight.
Yeah, I've seen them do it many times. They poof a lot. You hit them real hard with an arrow, then they poof.
So we can
Sounds
destroy
like
their
almost like a lich.
So we can destroy their body, but not their essence necessarily.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough. For the moment, maybe just destroying their body is enough, but we have to stop him from just handing that orb over to his boss. So
Destroying the body would be some form of a victory. Pyrrhic though it would be.
I
But
mean,
it would
victory is
only
a
be
victory.
worth the effort if we could actually gain something. If we could gain the Dragon Stone, it might be worth the attempt. If he's already delivered it, then we're wasting effort.
Well, like he gave us what was it, 310 day?
Yeah, he specifically gave us a time frame where he would not turn it over until that date specifically, so we can meet him and fight him.
So
Now the
basically,
giving us a
question is, do you
legitimate-
trust the word of a former priest of Lolth?
I trust that these people are just arrogant enough that they don't think we're that big a threat. So I feel like he's confident he can take us, and therefore is just doing it to see if we're dumb enough to show up and challenge him.
and I'm definitely dumb enough to show up and challenge him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
bro.
this was more or less a matter of, I wonder if they survived this encounter in the auditorium, if they're dumb enough to keep following me.
I also think, as much as I think that we can take him, I'm also pretty sure that he's trying to make sure that we're fighting him where he has a distinct advantage.
Or that he needed us busy so that he could do whatever else he wanted to do.
Or maybe he's drawing us to a specific place so his boss can watch him beat us. Maybe he's got some kind of ambition.
No, that is for certain.
Yeah, either way, I feel like we can trust him on that, because I feel they're just cocky enough to be like, yeah, if you manage to get through this, go ahead and try and take the stone for me.
But as the case is, we have a few days before we are going to be setting sail or going off to find these items either way. So you have some time to research that more.
Yeah, Draho's gonna dig into the research on that while he tries to set up his artificery lab. So
Right. I've got a set of bracers that is going to be re-enchanted in a couple of days, as is my maul. And once we've got those back, I'm more than happy to go on whatever we decide is the best option. But we need to talk to the Admiral about at least setting up a time frame with him.
yeah, and we need to do
And
that.
I'm assuming
first
we're
thing
having
in
this
the morning.
conversation as we're going to his residence.
That's totally fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll say we would have taken the cart, one of them, because it's all of us.
Yeah, of course.
So
Just wait. Eventually, I'll set up the first public transport in the city.
we're going to set up a bus line.
Mm-hmm.
So
And if we get more adamantine, I'll make it an adamantine bus line.
I mean, if we could somehow acquire any of these in the time before we're planning to disembark to the islands, I would love to have that, with us. But I think just as a time thing, Ark probably wouldn't know anything about Death Knights.
The honest fact is, we won't be able to find any of these until after we fought him, because it's gonna be hard to find an item like that. And I think if Nivara keeps divining out his secret, we might be able to figure out what he did as a child or whatever. We might actually be able to friendship him.
For those who are actually schooled on Death Knights, because again, I don't think Ark would have been exposed to like this kind of. Well, I mean, he does have a rather focused dislike of undead. If the DM's discretion whether or not I could roll for that.
Not really. Death Knights are those sorts of things that are so rare that you almost never see more than one. So the fact that you're facing off against 13 is nearly world shattering.
There's that number again. Okay. So Draho's the one who's like witnessed these things, right? You said they were champions in life, right?
Yes.
Do they still hold on to some kind of honor code?
Unknown.
Draho, would you
Would
know?
assume, since we've been challenged essentially to.
I was gonna say, if that's
I'm
not an
just trying to
honor
think-
code to offer us a chance to win the orb back from him before he turns it over to his boss,
I'm just trying to
I
figure
wouldn't
out.
do that, and I think I'm pretty honorable.
I'm just trying to figure out if somehow the thing that made them a knight champion keeps them from lying. Like, do they have to
Pedro,
stick
where
to
did
the
you put
word?
the last downtime stuff? I don't see it in my Discord history.
So
I doubt
within
that.
the log
Some rules,
on
I
your
think.
character sheet,
Okay. I was gonna say, I did some research on Death Knights on my last downtime.
There might be any given Death Knight that would be willing to adhere to a code like that, but I don't think it is nearly universal.
Hey,
I do
Pedro?
think that if they were guilty of a unique disadvantage, they have an intense lack of respect for the ability of their opponents.
Yeah,
they
the
have
only
Well,
information I have is does not specifically state that he had any particular code of honor.
Okay.
So you're saying, Kaisen, that they have some innate overconfidence always?
No, I'm saying that is a trait that I've noticed in the few times we've dealt with them. We walked into a gathering of all of them. They could have killed us to a man and done what they wanted with our souls. And they handed us over a powerful artifact and released us to bait us into continuing to fight them.
I think they'd get off on messing with us.
And then we have come nose to nose with this individual, and he has had superior tactics and superior power on a number of occasions, and he has walked away and allowed us to survive. And he's given us opportunity after opportunity to continue to strengthen our position and come after them. So is it guaranteed that every one of them will make these mistakes? I have no idea. But these two that we have run into are.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I would imagine if they see us as that little of a threat, he probably wouldn't send his best guy to deal with us.
I don't think it was a choice around us whatsoever. I think he picked somebody that had some familiarity with the terrain and sent them to go find a stone.
Yeah.
There.
Okay.
I mean, he was there when it was originally sacked.
So I think we generally agree in the next few days, look more into those weapons. But do we agree we should at least go to the islands and fight them with whatever we have by the time we leave?
Within the time frame. Well, we got. I imagine if we go and talk with,
Rear Admiral Blackmantle?
yes, we may get more to do with that.
Okay.
If we have an opportunity to secure the stone, we can't pass it up.
Correct.
Right. So it'll take us a few days to get there and then a few days to travel through the seemingly jungle-like terrain there. Again, I would give it until the day I get my my gear back, which is, down to like 6 days from now?
I believe you have,
Pedro of the calendar keeping?
I'm going to say 2 left.
2, okay. Wow, okay. Yeah, we did have a little bit of downtime.
Mhm.
So, yeah, so let's definitely talk to the Admiral, see how quickly he can provision, and as soon as I got my stuff back, we can disembark. But if we got 2 days, that gives us some time, unless you guys want to take more time.
We also need to warn him about his crew if he's taken on anybody in the last few months.
That'd be
Having the captain poisoned again is a bad plan.
that would be that. Although this guy seems like he probably runs with specific people.
I mean,
So-
personally, I say we let Kibble take over all cooking food because he's responsible and we can trust him.
But it wasn't
And
the cook,
not-
it was the guy that delivered the food.
And not for nothing, but Kibble has poison resistance, so he'd also make a very good taste tester.
Who is poison resistance?
Cap sacrifice kibble.
So, about this time, your cart pulls up to a large, utilitarian-looking 2-story home that stands at the address that you were given. Its exterior is neither fancy nor rundown, but rather kept in a state of well-kept naval excellence. A large door with a stylized anchor for a knocker sits up a short flight of stairs.
What a knocker.
Since you have Ark, who, he's never really been around military, but he gets when something is function way before fashion. He's getting that he's at least getting an idea of who this man is. So
myself, who used to be like in a military like status,
Capacity.
yeah, in my home, I'm like, oh well, here's gonna be a nice insight back into my old life. Well, I know how to act, so let's have some fun.
So it's just a big old knocker on the gate?
On the front door, yes.
Okay. Who's riding side saddle with me?
Would you be in the front of the cart or in the back?
I'm driving the cart.
Oh, then it wouldn't be me. I'd be in the back where the shade is.
I think I'm the only one here proficient in animal handling. Plus,
I would have to sit on the back because if we're both in the front of the cart, then the ass end's going to come off the ground.
plus, I can literally talk to the horses if I need to.
I guess we'll say Nivara's in front with you.
Okay.
Nivara's the kind of person that would like to be up there.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hand over the reins to you. And I'll do the knocking.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Knocking at the door, it only takes a few moments before it's open. The Admiral stands there in full dress regalia. Good timing. I just recently returned from speaking with the Ravens Bluff Naval Command about the situation. Come in. Tell me everything you know and what you want.
And we do that.
Yep, or we will at the start of next game, because that's a good pause point.
Yes, I was going to say, actually, that's a good place to...
Yeah, leave off.
It is.
All right. So, as always, thank you to all of our viewers for coming and popping in and spending some time with us. And nobody actually made anybody re-roll anything this time. That's strange.
Because it wasn't really needed.
I was going to say, because normally the re-rolls are spent on me screwing something up, and I didn't screw up today.
Yeah, that's
They're not.
because Draho didn't make any death saves.
True.
I
Him, you are assuming you weren't here.
I still love the last mission. It's like, wait,
That
why
is
does
true,
it
my
for a
favorite.
reroll? I was like, I think he means Draho's won.
So,
That is true. The person that loves to give me re-rolls when I'm doing dumb stuff was not here.
I'm sorry I had to bow out for a second. Family
Don't worry.
emergency.
yeah, no problem.
No worries.
Family always comes first. So that's
Except when we're
thanks to
playing
you guys
D&D.
for
D&D is
coming and
always
playing.
first.
And we'll pop out and see you guys next time.